Hello. I was watching what is the percentage on this? 51% on my computer. I was looking at Netflix and watching old the scandals. Kind of got back into the whole scandal with Kerry Washington. Very interesting show. But TMZ staff that lunch that laughed at Charlie. Oh my gosh. Mm-mm-mm. Missing moments is confirmed dead after skeleton remains found in the wooded area off of highway. Lord have mercy. Can you spot the rattlesnake? So it says TMZ staff. Hey, official topic talk. Morning, brother. Hope you are well, sir. Thank you so much. I am well. How are you? It's so nice to see you. TMZ staff that laughed at Charlie Kirk death forced to apologize. Wow. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. TMZ has been forced to apologize after staffers burst into laughter the moment that Charlie Kirk's death. What in the world? The moment that death was announced during an unflattering live stream, the entertainment news outlet found itself in hot water while reporting on the glory death of MAGA firebrand on Wednesday. Jesus Christ. How do you laugh at someone's assassination? This is the deal, okay, I want to just speak on this, you guys. So, I do not care who you believe in, what you say, the things that you want to push out into the universe. You cannot, you should not, this is not okay to kill others. Get over it. You don't like what someone has to say. You don't even like what someone stands for, or to a certain degree what they do. Get over it. I don't like. I can't get it through my mind. You guys, I was looking at. You know what I was in. You know what I've been looking at. Since I got off work, you know what I've been looking at. I've been looking in this Bible, you guys. I've been looking in my Bible. And I'm not even kidding. I am so worried about this country. I know I'm just little old Terrence. I know some people gonna say, well, you're still fat as hell, but I've lost 192 pounds, okay? So I'm a lot less fat, okay? But I'm not joking when I say this. I was speaking with a doctor. I'm like, hey, I'm fat. It's like, well, don't say that, Terrence. No, like, why can't I speak the truth? Why can't I speak my truth? I'm not 478 pounds anymore, but I'm still a bigger guy. Why can't we speak the truth? Why can't we speak what we actually feel in this country that has freedom of speech? Why can't I use my platform to say these things without, feeling like, well, YouTube banned me. Will I be banned from TikTok? Will I be banned from Facebook? Will I be banned from Instagram? Like, why can't I? But if I do these little dances to Lady Gaga or old school music, or if I talk about this, or if I'm, being super, super positive, everything's great. Why do I feel like I'm conditioned to say things and I can't respond to certain things, or I can't interact with certain people or do certain things because, it's just not the American way. It's not the American dream. What the hell is the American dream? What is the American way? I can't sit down and have debates with people, like-minded or not, without feeling like, oh my gosh, somebody's going to come for my life. This is devastation, you guys. This is shameful. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm embarrassed. There are so many people on my platform, and I thank God for you guys. I really do. That come from different walks of life, different countries, different parts of the world. And right now, you guys, we are America's first world country. Why is this happening? Why do we have people, representatives from TMZ, people in the public eye? You guys, yes, okay, so I'm in the public eye, but I'm not as popular as some people. But people are laughing at the death, the assassination of Charlie Kirk. They're laughing. They are laughing. Some folks don't even know about him, and I understand that. I'm a Trump supporter. If I wasn't a Trump supporter, at the end of the day, I don't hate people. Okay, I save lives for a living. I don't know how to stress this enough. I save lives for a living. This is devastating. You guys, wake up. What the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on? I'm aggravated. You guys aren't aggravated about this? You're not concerned about what's happening in this country? I mean, I cannot believe, I'm speaking with family, immediate family, and I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people are like, okay, this is the professional, this is the setup. I do. I feel like, okay, I feel like us as Americans, I feel like we set each other up. This isn't just something that just like happened. This was premeditated. And I do feel like there are people in the world people in the country at this very moment knows what happened, knew that this probably would happen. And it's just, it's sickening. It's sickening. I mean, it's flabbergasting. It's sickening. I don't understand what the world is coming to. But what are your thoughts about these things? I'm going to, like earlier when I went live, all in my damn, feelings apparently and stuff, going into that meeting at work, going into work, which again, that's another story. Because again, I feel like we're having to be stifled. We can't really say what we want to say. Like I can't be honest because it's going to hurt and offend other people. That's why I said I keep my fucking circle really small. When I talk about friendships, I don't even have 5 friends. I'm a 38-year-old male. I don't even have 5 friends. And I don't even fucking want 5 friends. Because I'm telling you, I'm the friend that's going to hold you accountable. And I expect the same thing from you. I expect for you to hold me accountable. Now, that looks really, really nasty when you think about it. But this is the reason why, because I feel like if we don't hold accountability and hold ourselves accountable, what are we doing? Genuinely, how do you ask yourself, what are you doing? Like why are we existing? If I can't say what is on my mind and what I truthfully feel, like, let me just say it like this. If I can't express what's on my mind in the way that I want to express it, without feeling like I'm going to be physically harmed, verbally, physically, whatever the case may be, but definitely physically harmed, that's frightening. That's so scary. So now I feel like I have to be conservative. I have to care about what other people are going to think of me. And then therefore I'm not really reaching my full potential. I'm not really saying what I want to say because, oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Well, like I'm in trouble. I'm this and I'm that. Like I can be a Trump supporter and still, respect the fact of someone who's not a Trump supporter and vice versa. It doesn't, like I said, it's within my family. It's within like my environment when you speak about work or whatever the case may be. I can coexist with people who say they actually hate Republican. They hate Democrat. They hate politics. They hate this. I don't hate nobody or anything. Y'all know I don't even use that terminology. I don't. Literally the reason why I even say hate is to express the fact that I don't hate people. I don't hate anybody or anything. I do think that's demonic. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Everybody's going to have their, they're going to agree with things. They're going to disagree. But I can respectfully move on from these things. What I can't move on from is the fact that, okay, how do you just annihilate, assassinate this? We're not playing a fucking game here, you guys. This is not a game. This is ridiculous. And I don't care what you disagree. I don't care what you agree on. I don't care what you disagree with. Like, if that is in your heart, I'm going to say this, and this is my platform, and people are offended, so be it. You need Jesus in a whole lot of that. Seriously, like, honestly, I think God is allowing for things to happen for us to pause and take a break and actually read the good book. Because I'm telling you, I don't understand what's going on in some people's minds. One of my managers is literally, like, I did a short about this earlier. We're in the meeting and she's talking about, Surgical Tech Week and this and this and that. Everything is positive, and she's talking about birthdays. And my sister's birthday's next week. My birthday is some days after. I said, when's your birthday? I'm not going to tell you that. Fucking flabbergasted. Ma'am, I don't want to know when you were fucking born. I don't want to know your age. I'm just asking, what day is it? Okay, maybe I want to give you a gift card. Maybe I just want to sit up here and bring something, which I was really going to do. My dad's birthday is September 25th. Now, I do talk about my dad. As you guys know, a lot of you guys know that follow me. So my mom passed away when she was 51 in 2016. My dad is 70. Lord willing, he's going to be 71 September 25th. But because I'm saying if I kept out the fact that he's going to be 71 and just, his birthday is on September 25th, you wouldn't know what age he is. I'm not asking. I get it. I never ask a woman her age. I don't ask a man his age. I'm just saying, well, when's your birthday? And things like that. Your people aren't listening. I know some people are, okay, what the hell is wrong with Terrence and stuff? Nothing's wrong with me. It's just the fact that people aren't listening. I can't get over the fact of the matter is that people, you jump to conclusions. You want to take things into your own hand. And that is why for me, I have to continue to pray. I have to continue to fast. I have to continue to get my mind right, because I'm telling you guys, the devil exists. And if you don't think so, I think you're lost. The devil really does exist, but it is what it is. It's almost to the point I don't like to say that as much, but this is just devastation. I can't stop reading about these things. And even when I read up, even when I put, turn a device on, it's all these things pop up. And again, I'm in the field where it's like every day I'm seeing something. Just now, not just now, but just earlier, we had this trauma woman come in, she stabbed, allegedly the boyfriend stabs or whatever and stuff. I don't know the whole story. There's always 15,000 stories to one situation, but oh my gosh, like what is going on, people? What is going on in the world today? What's going on in America? We are the greatest country. Why do I feel like we're not? I feel like, a lot of people are coming here from other countries and saying, wow, what a shit show. Come on. You have to kind of agree with some things like that. Look at what's going on here. It seems like things are being covered up. I'm looking at the Giovanni case and stuff. That's just like that came to a complete stop. Nobody's following through with things and stuff. There's so many unsolved things. There's so many people missing. It's so much sadness. The world, when my mom was alive, she would say, this world is beautiful, but the people in it, some of these people are vicious. And you got to be careful. You got to be mindful. I need you to have discernment. I need you to pray. I need you to make sure that you watch all of your surroundings. Don't trust nobody. And I'm in my mind like, what the hell is my mama talking about? I'm here. I'm like a 9-year-old. I'm thinking about Kelsey, because Kelsey's now my nieces now. I have two nieces. How many nieces do I have? I have 2 nieces, 3 nephews. Tons of cousins and stuff, whatever. I don't have children of my own. As you guys know, my ex-girlfriend, she had a miscarriage some years ago, but that's another story. But all I'm saying is, it is so sad. It's so sad the fact I was that young when my mom was telling me these things. It didn't register. I really didn't know what the hell was going on. But as I continue to live and progress through life, I'm like, do y'all not see what's going on? Am I the only one that's sitting up here? Not like I'm not like panicking. I'm not losing my mind, but I'm like, okay, yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. The amount of people talk about gun violence. I just don't know a solution. Right now, for me, the solution, how I'm going to continue to live life is continue to talk about my mom and speak on and allow her legacy to grow, because my mom was a peacemaker in so many ways. She'll beat somebody's ass. She did not condone violence, but if it got to that point, oh hell yeah, she'd beat somebody's ass, But at the end of the day, it's not I'm gonna beat somebody's ass because they talking down to my child. No, she gonna curse their ass out. She cursed the many people out. Her damn brothers, extended family members, ex friends, and all that situation. My mom can curse. She cursed better than the damn sailor. You know what I'm saying? She didn't, and she can throw down. But the thing about it, that wasn't the first resort. Why does it have to be a thing? Why can't we disagree? Why can't we disagree and say disagree and then live our lives. Why do we have to be upset with each other, hold all these, get so angry to the point where you physically want to hurt somebody, potentially even kill somebody? Y'all, that is sickening. That's sickening. And I know these things have been happening for quite some time, but it's just this is sad. When enough is enough. I put up a short with the late great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and he was just saying how America's in trouble. He was saying that back in the 50s. And at the beginning of the 60s, y'all know, because in 1964, I mean, that's when all the devastation broke down. Like, it just, so many things happened. Of course, he was murdered, and you had so many other people murdered and killed, and it's just devastating. It's so sad. I don't understand. I don't understand what goes through people's minds and stuff. And again, I guess that's not what I'm going to understand. What I would like for us to do is to be able to coexist. Why can't I disagree with you? Why can't I disagree with you? And why can't you disagree with me? And we still able to live and just go our separate ways? Why is that? Like, I'm serious. I'm not lying. Like, I don't put nothing past anybody. And again, that's what my mom would, that's how she raised myself and my sisters. I mean, I have trust issues. I'm not going to lie. I don't trust people. I'm not gonna lie. I've been conditioned not to trust people, but that still doesn't mean that because I don't trust you, or maybe I don't like you. Again, I don't hate people because I don't like you, or maybe I don't trust you. I would never, in the back of my mind, I'm never thinking about trying to hurt anybody. I don't understand that. Again, a big part of me, yes, I understand with my career, I save lives for a living, but I'm telling you guys, just Tuesday, we had this prisoner, this woman. I mean, she's in jail for murder. Now, I don't know the whole story behind it and stuff, but she coming in, she's a little, she's a little deep, you know what I'm saying? Like, and saying some off the wall things. I gave that woman the same care I would give to a newborn infant. I gave that woman the same care I'd give it to anybody. I don't care, you being white, black, whatever you identify as. I don't care. Terrence, I'm going to respect everybody to the best of my ability. Now, I may not agree with your ways, like the TMZ reporters and stuff. We're talking about people on major platforms, people who have huge followings. You're laughing at the fact that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. How is that funny? I don't care if the man said all women are bitches or all men are just punks or this or that. It doesn't matter. You don't laugh at someone's death. You don't. And I don't know if you guys in the chat, like I said, I'm gonna read these comments. If you guys come in the chat on new people, old people, whatever the case may be, thank y'all so much. Thank you, Do-Game Z. I appreciate you. Blessing our fan Do-Rag Terrence tonight. Look, Do-Rag, exactly. It's kind of a mess over here. I appreciate you so much for coming in, bro. Thank you for 37 months a member. Thank you so much, fam. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that is crazy, man. And man, you've been rocking with me like since day one, bro. I appreciate you. And you know how I am. I keep it 100. I keep it real. I understand that people are not gonna agree with me because, oh yeah, he's talking about Trump. He talking about Kirk. He talking about this and blah 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 blah. And I've had some comments earlier where it's like, it's a good thing that they kill him. They're gonna continue to kill. And I'm like, this is scary as hell. Like, why are we praising this? This is not the America that I feel like that I grew up in. I'm 38 years old, and I know people are like, okay, you're not that old, Terrence, but I'm 38. I've traveled to 32 countries. I've been out of the country, a few times, but I traveled to 32 states. I traveled to 32 states. I've been out of the country a few times. I have seen so many things. I'm telling you, I've been to some of the most racist places, the most racist situations, even in my occupation. I never once thought about trying to harm someone. What I think about is, and I'm telling you, I ain't nobody like pushover. I ain't afraid. But what I think about is, okay, I'm going to pray for that person. I know some of my friends even say, Terrence, oh, you're sick. You pray for your enemies. Hell yeah, I pray for my enemies. I pray the devil out of their ass. Or if they want to continue to worship the devil, I pray their ass on a different island somewhere. Just worship the devil far, far away from me. I don't want any of that. I'm telling you guys, right now in my life, I detach myself from all that negative energy. I don't have time for this. And it is so sad. The people that I actually follow, and they're laughing because because politically, they don't support this, or they don't support that. They don't agree with this. They don't agree with that. Like I mean, just the other day, somebody was like, at work, like, oh yeah, MAGA, and if you support Trump and stuff, whatever, you're just as well as dead. And I'm just like, okay, yo, those are some serious things that you're saying. That's disgusting. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that, because what if you're okay? So this person who's saying this has a daughter who's, I think she's 21 now, right? Now you can vote when you're 18, right? So she's 21. What happens when she wants to vote for that party? What happens when she wants to vote for some, like, say if the mom or the dad don't agree with this, and then she feels different about the situation? What happens then? You're gonna be like, oh well, because you voted for this person or you believe in this, you should be killed. Even, how many times people talk about, sexuality and this and that. Now, when your son is gay or when your daughter's gay, now it's a different situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's until it hits certain people, or it hits people, and people don't change their perspective, their outlook on things. That's what I'm getting at. I feel like a lot of people want to talk about things, but when it becomes a personal matter or situation, that's when they get involved. That's when they care. So fucking devastating, you guys. I mean, y'all know I'm a Christian, and I'm not gonna apologize about my language. I'm fucking fed up with this shit. This is disgusting. This is not America. This is not freedom. This is not freedom of speech. I mean, to be honest, I'm like in my head, Charlie Kirk, may he rest in peace. I saw this comment and the lady was like, you know what? I don't condone violence, but the R.I.P, in my opinion, it stands for rest in peace. So I don't give a fuck. And I'm just like, you're contradicting yourself. You don't stand for violence, but you're saying, and then somebody was like, and so I do comment on that. They're like, well, we saw your videos. We saw what you had to say. So this woman has freedom of speech. I said, absolutely. And I have freedom of fucking speech too. So I'm going to respond to that ignorance. I'm not thinking about shooting that woman. I hope she's not thinking about shooting my ass. But I'm not thinking about shooting her, but I'm going to respond to her fucking ignorance. We're going to go, I'm off work. I got all damn night. I'm using my platform to speak up about things. And at the end of the day, no matter what the case is, I feel like America, this is not acceptable. This is horrible. And to be honest, yes, it's a setup. Yes, somebody knew that something was going to go down. Now, people are saying, okay, well, maybe it was the president himself that set him up, because you got the Epstein files, you got all these things. So let's change the trajectory. Let's change the angles. Let's change the stories. Let's take the heat off of me and put it on this so we can cover up. I don't know what to believe. All I know is that all of this is unacceptable. It's not okay. But at the end of the day, freedom of speech, no matter how horrible it gets. No matter how horrible it gets, you're able to say whatever the hell you want to say. You're able to say what the hell you want to say. But again, now I'm calling her shit ignorant. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. But she started going off in the comments. Okay, she got to the point now it's derogatory. Clearly she seems to be a white female. That's her profile pic. I'm a black male. You see, that's my profile pic because I have my scrubs and I think I have like my beard cover on or whatever. But it's like whatever. Y'all can see it. But at the end of the day, she started calling me the N-word and this and that. And I'm just like, wow, that you have hate in your heart. You can say all these things, in my opinion, that are ignorant, but when I say things, it's like, okay, you get so angry, you can't take it, but you can push it out. That's the problem. That's why I say I keep my circle so small. Like I want to be able to say whatever the hell I want to say, if I'm right or wrong. Let me put it out like that. If I'm right or wrong, at the end of the day, I should be able to say what I want to say. And why can't we do that as Americans when you have freedom of speech? Is this something that was made up? What was I taught when I was in grade school? I mean, is this something that's not, is it real or is it fake? Are we not allowed to say things? Because apparently, when you say things and you have debates, and I've been on a debate team, and I like to come with facts. Now, again, I can't help the fact that when I speak, maybe it's condescending, maybe it makes you feel inferior to me. I'm not a king. Well, I'm a king. I'm not a god, but I am the king. I feel like I'm a king. I feel like I'm a scholar. I feel like I'm intelligent. I have 4 degrees. I'm a proud black male. I think my mom and my dad did a beautiful job raising me. I feel like my platform is positivity, is real, whether you like it or not. At the end of the day, I want to make people smile, but I do want to sit up here and bring awareness and wake people up. Get the hell up. You talk about you want to lose weight. You talk about you want to sit up here and get the condo, get the house, get the car, get this. You got to go your ass to work. You got to go your ass to work. You can't sit up here and have your hands out and want to take, and never give. On top of that, you have to put in the time and the effort. There are so many people that just, they're waiting on this big, like this big break, but they're not applying themselves. And so I don't know, like at the end of the day, like I said, I just found it sad, the fact that you can't even speak without literally being harmed. There's one thing. It's one thing to threaten people on social media, but then it's another thing to literally take out someone, to murder someone. It's just, I mean, I guess I'm cut from different cloth. I come from, a Southern Baptist background. Like my mom and dad would never. My dad actually did shoot someone. This person broke into our house. I remember when I was 7 years old, this person broke into our house. My dad saved our lives. At the end of the day, can't nobody tell me that I haven't experienced things in life. I've experienced a lot of stuff in life. I've experienced a lot of things in life. I remember being in Michigan, and I was working in Michigan in Jackson, Michigan, at Allegiance Health Hospital. It's the old Allegiance Health was is now now Allegiance Health. It used to be the Foot Hospital, old Foot Hospital. There is you guys can Google this. There's a huge prison that's in Jackson, Michigan, and we get a lot of prisoners. Anyway, long story short, prisoner somehow got a hold of the guard's gun and stuff, whatever, and actually started shooting. So we had an active shooter in the freaking hospital. I mean, they shut down everything. It was crazy. My mom's alive then. I remember calling my mom. It was just so scary. Like, I've been a part of so many things that have really, I don't know, I can't express it like the way I guess I want to, but it really has put so much in my mind and my mental. Like, you guys, life is so short, it's so fragile. And when you feel like you've been wrong, or you've been wronged, or people making you feel bad, or you feel held captive, or you're this, you're that. At the end of the day, you can't take those matters and actions in your own hands. You just can't. You can't. I mean, I'm somebody who I've been sexually abused. I've been bullied. I've just gone through so many things like a lot of you guys have gone through and stuff. And I never once, when my aunt pulled my pants down when I was a freaking kid, because I was being bullied and stuff, and I ended up using the restroom on myself, and she pulled my pants down in front of the entire damn neighborhood. I like I said, yes, my mom beat her ass, okay? She did. But I never once thought about, okay, let me kill, let me shoot, let me hurt, no, like, that's not in my heart. And I thank God that my mom and dad raised us that way. Have they raised us to protect ourselves? Absolutely. But when people say things that we don't agree with, I'm telling you, to this day, even in the meeting, I laughed it off. When people say things or do things, or even when I was in West Virginia and was called a nigger several times by a patient, I laughed it off. And then how about the white surgeon gonna get upset with my black ass saying, that ain't funny? Sir, I don't give a fuck what the hell you think is funny or not. This shit is hilarious to me because that doesn't define me. And I told him, I said, you can't get upset with me because I don't take offense to that. I don't even say what's up nigga to like my black friends. At the end of the day, I don't care about those things. I'm not labeled like that. But how it's just so weird. Like, y'all, it's so much going in my mind. And I'm just like, as I travel the country, I'm like, yeah, there are some entitled people. There are some folks that will do whatever to just get their point across, even if they're in the wrong. They don't care about stealing, killing, cheating, or whatever the case may be. And I'm telling you, I feel like I've worked beside people like that. I feel like I've probably have had people like that that have gotten close to me, far as like friends. I thank God that I don't have those people in my lives now. I don't believe I do, because my circle is small as hell. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I don't have to even scroll on my phone. My contact list, I don't scroll. I just go to it and it's there. I don't have to scroll up and down. There's not even 20 contacts in my fucking phone. Let me just put it like that. You go to your phone and I tell me how many contacts you got. At the end of the day, this is not a competition. This is not me trying to compare. This is not me trying to sit up here and be combative or negative or nasty. All I'm saying is, the less people that I'm dealing with, just like I said with coworkers, they're not my friends. And I hurt some people's feelings apparently this week and last week, but you're not my friend. Apparently, people can't accept that. It's like, oh no, like it's almost like you want to be around me, or you just, I don't get it. I don't get people. And like I said, for me, this is so devastating. The fact that the reason why I want to be around less people, and I must say, I know Charlie, like I said, rest in peace to this young man, 31 years of age. I mean, this is devastating. A husband, a father, it's just crazy. No one deserves to be assassinated. No one deserves this. No one deserves this. People are like, oh, well, that man who, I don't know if he's still at large. I think they have pictures of, potentially who that suspect is. But I don't think people are like, he needs to be assassinated just like that. You guys, that's not America. If we're doing this tit for tat thing, that's not America. I don't think that's what God's intentions are. Yes, he needs to be brought. Justice needs to be served. I get it. Meanwhile, you have so many other things that's going on, especially in the black community, and it's just like things aren't even being looked at. But again, it is what it is. I mean, I can't, we can't tackle everything, right? Which is unfortunate. But what I'm saying is, we're in a world. It's a beautiful world, but at the end of the day, it's people in the world that make it appears evil. It is some evil people, and they allow the world to appear evil and to be distraught and destructive. I mean, I don't know what this is. I don't even know how these things even come about. Like I said, I really, in my humble opinion and stuff, I know that I'm someone, I can see myself speaking in front of a lot of people and just, being crazy or whatever the case may be and stuff, but I don't want to be around big crowds. I am an introvert. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy, interacting with people and, supporters and subscribers and whatnot and stuff. But I do look over my shoulder because I don't know. I know for a fact, you're talking about somebody, Lord knows, I'm not on any kind of level like some of these politicians or people like within the country or even out of the country and stuff. But I feel like, hell, even when I had 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, I was having so many people create these false narratives of myself, these fake channels going in and trying to be disruptive, and people believe in them, and folks bullied the fuck out of me on here, and they still do. But again, I'm stronger, I'm wiser. I feel like it definitely does not sting nor burn like it used to, because I've grown from that. I realize that these people just want to run you up off these applications. They want to run you out of life. Some folks have committed suicide, you guys. It's serious. Like I said, I'm very empathetic and compassionate about that, because I've lost two of my closest best friends to suicide. So I don't play about those things. But assassinating people based off what they believe in and what they say, and because they debate and maybe they make you feel inferior, that doesn't give you the right to want to murder anybody or harm anybody. It doesn't give you the right. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. Okay, official hot topic: assassinated for telling the truth. Official hot topic, exactly. Now let me just say this, and I want to be clear when I say these things. If there were lies being told, so I've watched a lot of the videos. I mean, I've been following him for quite some time. But if it was lies even being told, which I'm not gonna lie, every damn body lies. Who ain't who don't lie? I try my best not to, but Lord knows I've told a fib or two. I wouldn't say like I'm not gonna say a fib or two or 2 million, but I have like sometimes people may say, now again I'm coming out of that. Maybe people like, oh, how do I look? Oh, you look good. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, you look this, but now it's like I'm starting to tell more. I'm starting to tell the truth even more, even when it hurts, and that's how I know I feel like I've lost out. A lot of people have left out of my life because they're like, okay, well, you're just you're opinionated and you hurt people's feelings. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling you the truth. You asking me, okay, well, okay, do I need to do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Well, maybe you should. Maybe you should step away. Hell, you and I both, we need to step away from damn Popeyes. But you getting upset because I'm telling you the truth that, okay, you morbidly obese. I'm overweight. I used to be morbidly obese, but I'm being honest. So I get the hate because I'm being honest. And some people say, well, Terrence, sometimes it's your delivery. It's what you say, it's how you say it, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Did I put my hands on you? Am I literally saying, even if I say certain things, but am I doing things to the point where it's like, I'm harming you, like I'm punching in your face. I have a gun to your head. No. So therefore, I don't understand the means of the violence part of all of this. Where is this coming from? What I do feel like as I read about things and things way before this instance here, even all the police, you know, these senseless murders, even towards civilians and even towards the police themselves. I do feel like there's just major corruption. I do feel like maybe sometimes government, these people higher up maybe want some of this to continue to happen, because in the end of the day, these are stories, and stories, what happens when there's stories and developments and stuff? Money. So many people talk about it. Lord knows, yes, I'm talking about it on my platform, but you guys, I don't make that damn much money on this damn platform. I make my money from my career in surgery. At the end of the day, this is something that I'm passionate about, and I do want to use my platform to talk about it. I think it's important to speak about these things. Yes, I want to have some fun. I want to joke, sit back, just make some jokes, laugh, dance, be silly, do some little skits and stuff, but this is serious. This is serious. It needs to be talked about, and some people are afraid to talk about it because they're like, "Oh yeah, YouTube's gonna shut us down. Oh, it's not appropriate." It is very necessary. It's very appropriate. Well, it's not appropriate that you have all these videos circling around that's showing the assassination of him when he has a family. That's sad. Dirt Dart said 192 pounds. Wow, yeah, I lost 192 pounds. I have so many videos up, and if you go back, like, you know, in the beginning, I mean, you'll see where I clearly was 450, 60, 70 pounds. You'll clearly see the difference. No such thing as your truth. There's one truth. Antichrist. I gotta disagree. And I know by your name, if you're still in here, that you're Antichrist. Let me tell you, you don't look. I had a friend up on this motherfucking platform who was an atheist. Now let me tell you now, I didn't sit up here and go shit crazy with her. She went shit crazy on me because you're an atheist. You don't believe in God, but because I believe in God. And because I believe in this, I believe in that, you're like, oh, you're wrong. You're going to hell. You're doing this, you're doing that, and F you and F you. I never cursed you out. I'm like in my head, where is this coming from? At the end of the day, why can't you not, okay, if you believe in the science of all of this and stuff, whatever, and I'm a geek myself, but I believe in God. But if you don't believe in God, okay, that's no problem. I don't hate you for that. That's just something that you got to take up with yourself and whatever. Like, I'm very careful. I'm very careful. I stay in my lane. I'm not just saying this. You can look at all of my damn lives. You can look at the content. You can, I mean, I have actual biological sisters that, tap in and stuff. Josie the Truth, she has her actual channel. You guys should check her out. She's the truth. She'll tell you like it is. She'll curse your ass out. She'll offer you pizza. She'll dance. She'll sing. She'll rap. All that good stuff. She's living her life. We don't have time for drama. So I'm not here for drama. I'm not here for, and it may sound like I'm contradicting myself, but I'm not here like, yeah, okay, these are discussions, these are topics, right? But I'm not here for a debate. But if we do debate, I can do it respectfully. I don't hate you for not believing in God. But you can't, you can tell me, because this is your truth, right? You can tell me that, okay, there's one truth. But I believe that my truth is my truth, what I believe in. Let's just say two people get into an argument. Let me use something in my life, for example. Okay, here on YouTube, I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to two content creators. So now it's myself, another content creator, and another content creator. All three of us are cool and all that good stuff, and then shit just starts to crumble like it usually does. Because, you got people who hate when they see your numbers grow up and all these, the ratings and the views and this, and they see the Denali and all this, and I'm like, my head, okay, all this came before YouTube, by the way. I work in fucking surgery, people, okay? I mean, I made six figures way before I ever got monetized on YouTube. I had to break shit down for people, because I don't think people understand that this is not, look, I do get money, but this is not the mothership, okay? Like, this is not the foundation. This is something that I'm really passionate about, but at the same time, I have 4 degrees. I've worked my ass off. I'm continuing to work my ass off. At the end of the day, that's just what I choose to do. What you choose to do, what you choose to do. That's like, why can't you accept that? Anyway, moving on. The three of us were cool. Then you fall out. I do not fall out with them. I knew that I was enabling bad behavior and I was enabling toxicity, and I took accountability for that. Like, this is all literally, this really did happen. This is on my channel. I lost a lot of subscribers because of this. I lost a lot of channel members because of this. I lost a lot of money, actually. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I take accountability and responsibility for my actions in all of that. I don't omit anything. I like to tell everybody here, and as I've been saying this for the duration of my channel, even before I started the channel, I admit everything. I don't omit shit. Even when I know for a fact, oh my gosh, oh man, they gonna see what I said, and when she said this and when he said this, they gonna see that I laughed at his or her jokes about that person. Okay, it is what it is. I'm not gonna sit up here and edit something out and rearrange things to make myself look better or bigger or more superior. No, I'm not perfect. So there ain't no damn body perfect. So therefore, I'm gonna speak the truth, which is my truth. So with all that being said, it's like, all three of us are talking. Like I said, we fall out and stuff, whatever. Again, I guess just by default. And they start this whole thing against me, and then the fake channel starts to happen, and people started just hating me and hating everything everything. Even when I brought receipts, they were like, okay, that don't matter. You're scum. You're trash. You're that. I mean, talking down on me. And I said, wow, like, that just shows you that people, I guess my point in all of this, people are going to believe what they want to believe, no matter what the case may be. You can scream it. You can bring government cheese, and that's some good ass cheese. You can do all of that, but people are going to believe what they want to believe. People are going to believe that, say, like I said, rest in peace of Charlie Kirk, but they are going to believe that, oh my gosh, like he's a demon, he's evil. The way that he is so condescending, the way that he says things, it's because that's something that you have to, I want to put this in the best way I can put it. Those are insecurities within your life. When you have a man, be it, when I say man, I'm talking about a human being, be it woman, man, whatever the case may be, even a child. When people say things to you and it pierces your soul, and it makes, like, you could be in church and that pastor is saying this sermon and all this, and you're in a church where it's 1,000 people and you feel like him or he or she is directly talking to you. Well, that is something you got to take up with your God or whoever you believe in, or whatever whoever you're dealing with in your life. That's something that you have to. It's like self-regulation. Like you have to figure things out within yourself, because clearly something's not right. I knew for a fact I had to figure some things out in my life, and I still do, and I take accountability for my life. Nobody's putting a gun in my head and say, okay, oh, well, work like a slave, or do this, or do this, or give this person this. No, I have to say, you know what, Terrence, even though it makes me feel bad to say no, I have to take a step back and be like, okay, I can't do this no matter what the case may be. It can be my own father, it can be my sister, it can be whatever. All I'm saying is you have to be okay with the truth, with what you believe your truth is. I mean, does that make sense? And that's why I feel like we do all have our own truths. Again, those three, me including with those other two content creators, everybody has their own story, but everybody feels like it's the truth. Now, now here's the exception. Now, when you come in with concrete goddamn evidence and facts and the receipts, now I'm sorry, you can't deny that. You can't deny that. But like I said, even when you come with that, people are still going to believe what they want to believe. Am I right or am I right? They still gonna believe what they want to believe, because at the end of the day, some folks, that's why I tell anybody that comes to my channel, and I've talked to several people on here, on and off of YouTube, but please, I am not a God. That's what I said, I'm a king, but I'm not a God. I'm not the Messiah. There's only one God who I serve, and I'm of him, I am not him. Do not think that everything that you better fact check the things that I say. You better get your own idea about things that I bring attention to and stuff. That's what I preach that to people. I don't want you to just take whatever I say. Just don't take it face value. You do your own fact checking. You make sure with some things, because I can make some mistakes. I can say some things that, or maybe you don't agree with. But again, I can even say what I feel like is the truth and what is factual, but maybe to you it's pseudo. And I have to respect that. I have to say, you know what? I respect you, and I just move on from that. I'm okay with that. I never will resort to violence against somebody. And this should have never happened. And even all the other assassinations, even the attempt assassination of President Trump should not have happened. These things are terrible. These things are nasty, and it just should not happen. It should not happen. And you just have a bunch of cowards in this country. You have a bunch of cowards in the world, I believe, and it's just so sad. It's so sad. One moment. Good on you. Thank you so much. Start businesses, trade equities, your daily jam. Hey, Alvin. Yeah, only one truth. Really hate that my truth phrase. And you know, I respect what you believe in. Yes, it's absurd, right? It really is. People laugh at their opposition suffering every day. Why is this news? You're saying people laugh at their opposition suffering every day. Well, I mean, I'm just saying the fact of the matter is laughing at someone being assassinated is absolutely, it's just distraught. It's nasty. It's horrible. That's what I'm getting at. Cook saying people laugh. Okay, wait. I read that. Eric Robinson said, I would bet that the shooter that killed Charlie Kirk is either gay or somebody that identifies themselves as a cat. Oh, Lord Jesus, Eric. I mean, could be. And like I said, now on my channel, again, now I'm someone, like I said, I am a Trump supporter, but I don't care if you identified as a cat, a monkey. I've said this for years. You could be a Ninja Turtle. You could be whatever you want to be. I don't care. Let me tell you, let me just break it down. I'm in Florida at the very moment, but I worked at Tampa General Hospital. And I was in 6K. Now, I don't know if anybody works in the medical field or I don't know, like what you do for work and stuff, whatever. But, I go into an actual hospital. I go into a locker room there. Now, I've been across the country, right? Like I said, I've been to 32 states. I've been in so many different hospitals, big, small, like surgery centers, like little small clinics, level one hospitals, the trauma hospitals that I currently work at now. Huge facility, one of the biggest facilities here in Fort Myers, Florida. At the end of the day, what I'm saying as far as Tampa General, the 6K, which is another, it's another surgical sector of the facility, but it's not like the main OR. But that 6K unit, they have co-ed locker rooms. So, and it's something I'm not accustomed to. So I go in one morning, I'm like, damn, this woman is in her damn bra and her panties. And hell yeah, I'm looking at her because I'm just like, what the hell? Not like, oh, lusting. I'm just looking like, what the hell? She just changing. But it ain't nothing I ain't seen. I mean, I've seen every damn thing. I work in surgery. I've seen it all. Hell, I grew up with my two sisters and my mom. You know, I've seen everything under the damn sun. There is nothing that's like really shocking. The fact of the matter is, I'm like, damn, that was like that was in 2022. And I'm like, well, shit, you know, that's crazy. Like, you know, they're changing. And, you know, like it's just men and women and different races and all that stuff. And everybody's cool and chill or whatever. But it's a co-ed locker room. You do have that. It definitely exists more out of the country. But anyway, I say that to say this. I don't care. If a woman is saying that she identifies as a man and the man is saying he identifies as a woman, I don't care if they go into the damn bathroom or this and this and this and that. Now, here's the issue. The issue at hand is when you have these, it's sad to say we're in a world where we have nasty creeps in the world, right? Where people say a man who says, yeah, I identify as a woman. And so he finds himself into like a locker room of the female locker room, or going into the restroom, you know, or bathroom that's for the female. Now, if you're gonna stand in there and you're just gonna watch the women or try to physically harm the women, that's an issue. But I'm just saying, if you identify as that and stuff, and that's just how you carry your life out, I'm okay with those things. Again, there are people that disagree with me and say, Terrence, you're a fool, you're crazy. Like, what is her name? Caitlyn Jenner or whatever now? Like, that used to be Bruce Jenner. Have y'all heard Caitlyn? Caitlyn's Chloe, Cam. Like, I said, goddamn, Caitlyn still sound like Bruce, you know, at the end of the day. You know, at the end of the day, but you identify as a female. You know, at the end, I'm okay with those things. Again, I know people are going to disagree with me, but I'm okay with that. That does not bother me. It doesn't bother my sexuality. It doesn't bother my spirituality. It doesn't bother anything. All the things that you're doing, you have to take that up with whoever you believe in and yourself. It does not bother me. What I have an issue with is if you're trying to force your beliefs on me. I'm not trying to force my belief on anybody. I'm just saying stop fucking trying to shoot people. Stop trying to kill people. Stop sitting up here and get upset when people tell you how they feel about a certain thing and when they have freedom of speech. Stop doing that, because that's not okay. So you just trying to silence people because you don't believe in what these people believe in. The Antichrist guy or whoever, the lady or whatever, these people coming in, I'm not trying to silence you. I'm not blocking no damn body. Now you coming in, you completely being disruptive and just nasty over and over and over again. Okay, I may have to block you because, okay, you're being a distraction to the live stream, but I barely block people. I don't even have any mods. I don't care if I got one person in the chat, 100, 2,000, 24, whatever the case may be. I don't have to do any of that damn mess. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my platform. It's going to continue to be my truth. No matter what anybody feels like, oh man, that ain't your truth. There's only one truth. I disagree with that. And I'm going to continue to stand on that. What's the problem with me disagreeing with that? What's the problem with me disagreeing with that? I don't think there should be a problem with me saying that. It shouldn't be a problem with you saying what you believe in. Because again, we are in America that's fucked up at the moment, but it's freedom of speech. But yes, very sad. God bless you. You were raised by civilized humans. Thank you so much, Brands. I appreciate that. Alvin said, hey, how you doing, Alvin? We are sad. Americans are sad and pathetic. It's very sick. It is sick, sad, little, tiny, and pathetic. Becca said, regardless of your political belief, killing someone for speaking under the First Amendment is harrowing. When I tell you, I still cannot believe. I just can't believe the fact that folks think that this is okay. How, like, this is happening on our soil, right? We're in America. This is our country. Look at what is happening. How are people okay with these things? How is it acceptable? This is disgusting. It should not even, these things shouldn't be happening. Sean Scott said it is elite versus the people. It's more than harrowing, Becca. It is. It really is. You know, like I said, I don't even know the terminology to explain any of this. What is a good word to use? There's not one good word to use. There's not enough adjectives to describe this situation and my feeling. Because like I said, I unfortunately, I saw these things, right? And I'm looking at certain things and I'm trying to look at the videos. It's like not going to just show like the actual thing, but it's all around, right? It's all around, social media and me seeing that. And y'all know that I work in surgery. So I see a lot of I see all the blood, the guts, that gory stuff doesn't bother me at all. Like, honestly, it doesn't. I see this day in, day out. I saw it today. Like, I see it. See it. It's just so sad. The fact of the matter is, when you're trying to speak on things and you're out in public and you're doing these things, and honestly, somebody is just that, for me, it's just you're a coward and you're sick. Because what sense does that make? I feel like for instance, somebody coming in and say, okay, I don't believe you, Terrence. You're not telling the truth. You're this, you're that. Okay, well, let's debate about it. Let's have an actual debate about this. It might be a little argumentative. It might be a little aggressive, but we can, in the end, shake hands. We can shake hands in the end and just move on. I promise to God, I'm not going to stab you in the back. I'm not going to hurt you. Am I going to continue to talk about things on my platform? Damn straight. And you continue to believe what you believe in, but we go our separate ways. I will never in my right mind, hell, even in my wrong mind, think about trying to harm somebody. I may say, fuck you. Hell yeah. I may say, fuck you maybe 10 times 10. Then times that 10. But I'm not, I don't hate you, and I'm never trying to sit up here and harm anybody. Like I said, I save lives for a living. I got involved in the medical field to really help people, even people who have probably harmed people. I remember an instance in California where I know for a fact there was domestic abuse, and this man was physically trying to basically kill his wife, and she beat his ass. Now he was the one that having to have surgery. You think I'm gonna sit up here and decline operating on him? Assisting the doctor with him? No, I definitely did it, and I knew the whole story. At the end of the day, do I agree with that? Hell no. Will he be judged? Hell yes. But it's not. I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury. I'm damn for sure not God. I have to do what is asked of me, and that's me assisting that surgeon and making sure this patient is okay, no matter what he or she has done. It's just that simple. When we can understand that as a people, as a total, I think the world will be so much better. But think about it. I'm telling you guys, I'm putting up old shorts about, like I said, the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and what he said years ago is standing right now. It is still happening right now. The segregation, the separation, the racism, all this terrorism, all this hate, it is still going on now. That's why, like I said, I condition myself to not say that I hate this, or I hate this, or I hate that, or I hate her, hate him, I hate being here. I try my best not to say those things. I might dislike some things and stuff. Like I said, some days that I do put stuff about my career and about my jobs and about these hospitals out there, but I don't hate nobody. And I can't bring it, like I'm telling you, when I even go off on people, I feel bad about it. But I'm getting better about, going off on those people and just going my separate ways. Even to a point, I'm not going to feel bad because these people had it coming. But at the same time, I'm like one guy said, well, you better stop talking about what's going on at work and how you feel and stuff, because these people are going to be outside waiting for you by your car, ready to pop a cap in your ass. And I said, this is stupid. Now, that shit has happened. Remember, there was back here, actually in Florida, where the black guy was end up being terminated because he said it was racism. I don't know. I was terminated. I knew for a fact I was terminated from a job, let go 4 weeks before my contract was 4 weeks before my contract was supposed to end. They let me go because they said verbatim, my recruiter, who is white, who happens to be married to a black man, told me verbatim that they said, "Oh yeah, he started not to fit in. He come to work. He didn't laugh a whole lot. He was a changed person. We felt like he didn't want to be here, so we just ended his contract 4 weeks before it was supposed to end." The recruiter's like, this is racism, and if you don't do anything about this, Terrence, I'm gonna do so. I said, listen, I don't care. This woman basically forced me to freaking say something, and sure enough, what ended up happening was the company was taken away from that facility. That company no longer recruits anybody, be it a doctor, nurses, medical assistants, surgical technologists, first assists, PAs, X-ray technologists, anybody, anything health related. No, that company is not affiliated with that hospital anymore. And on top of that, they paid me for those 4 weeks. I didn't want the money. You know what I did with that money? My right hand to God. My dad laughed like he laughs to this day about it. I went to the casino and I blew all that damn money. I blew it all. I don't care about that. I didn't need it. And first of all money ain't good money, but I didn't need that money. And I felt like this. Okay, well, I always plan, and it may sound really weird or crazy for people, but I always prepare like for the worst. Like I always prepare for the worst. Like that's not me trying to be negative, but that's like the state of survival in my mind that I'm in. And my mom always would tell us, like, always save, always have a backup plan, and have a backup plan to that backup plan. And you never know. Don't trust nobody. Trust your gut. Go with your first mind and protect yourself and protect your peace. Now, yes, have I stumbled? Have I came across some things in life where it's like I didn't listen to that? And I did. But I'm telling you guys, back like I've ever been. I'm not going to sit up here. I'm not going to put myself in these situations when I know they're not good for me. So that's why I say if people feel like, oh man, he ain't talking to me, or he distanced himself, he changed his number, I don't know the number, I don't know this. Let me tell you, it's no hard feelings. That may sound like, okay, some cliche, but no, that's me protecting myself. And I hope and pray that you guys do the same. Get away from toxicity. Get away from those people that don't mean you any good and don't mean you, like, they don't mean you anything good. Like, at the end of the day, like with Charlie's situation, I feel like, okay, so he's going on this tour, he's talking about things, he's speaking about what he believes in, and he's doing his God-given right, and even that was taken away from him. And I know President Trump, came on, and there was a beautiful, speech, about him and stuff, but his voice is going to be bigger than ever. It is. You're never going to be able to silence someone, especially when you assassinate them, like in broad daylight. I mean, that's never going to be silenced, right? It's just going to continue to fester and grow into something even bigger. At the end of the day, it's still horrendous. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. We should be able to speak about these things. Some people want to kill R. Kelly or kill P. Diddy and stuff. No, I don't care what they've done. We cannot be God in that. We can't. No matter how you feel about it, you can't. This is America, and there's laws. And again, even we know for a fact, even the police and all that stuff, some people think they're above and beyond the law. And these people who want to assassinate people, these people who want to hurt people, harm people, whatever the case may be, they feel like they're above the law. And I pray for these people. I pray that evil demonic spirit out of them, or spirits, plural spirits. It may be more than one spirit within them that they feel like they can get away with these things. This is disgusting. These things should not happen. They should never happen. At the end of the day, it needs to stop. Rich versus poor, a battle as old as time. Sean, you're right. I saw the uncensored version and couldn't sleep yesterday. YouTube viewer, I saw the uncensored version too, and I didn't sleep well myself. I did. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you. I did. And it's horrible. It's horrible. I don't sleep well a lot of times. I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, even just with my occupation alone, I don't need nobody feeling sorry for me. This is what I chose in my life, and I love what I do. But sometimes I don't get great sleep because a lot of things do happen, and I do see a lot of things. I have pushed a lot of bodies to the morgue, a lot of children bodies to the morgue, and this is well before COVID. This is well after COVID. So this is a lot. I've seen a lot of sadness, and I'm going to see a lot more of it. But I thank God that I'm still in a place in my mind, and it like literally here to this day, where I can go in and I know I'm making a difference in at least one person's life, and that's why I continue to do these things. But when you see these things in the news like this, and like I say, you go to TMZ, you go to other things, or you go into people's comments and people are laughing about these things. They're making it's a joke. They think like, oh my gosh, ha ha ha, wow, the blood was just gushing from his neck. Oh my gosh, he just kind of froze up and fell. And it's like, how is this? Like, I don't care who you are. How is this? How is this funny? And the fact that people want to laugh about these things, it shows their character. But again, I'm somebody who really prays, and I pray those demonic spirits out of those people. I know some people don't agree with me. I have some friends right now that say, Terrence, you're crazy, you're sick for that. Well, I'm just sick. I'm a sick individual. But I do feel like you can pray that evil away. Is it going to exist? It is. The devil exists just as well as God exists. But I'm all team God. I know some people don't believe in God, but I believe in God because I'm telling you, my confirmation is the fact that I'm here at this very moment and able to speak on these things. And I thank God for that. I thank God for all the good and for the bad, because I do think it makes the world we're in. You know, everything happens for a reason, and that's also something I want to say. Cook Sand said, "You okay, YouTube viewer? Thank you so much for asking if he's okay. It's wisdom, Terrence. You are the man. Preach. Thank you so much, your daily jam. I appreciate you." RMS says, "What's up, my nigga? Nothing much. I'm sure your mama's up because I fucked her good." Becca said, the bipartisan divide is dangerous. We can have different beliefs and coexist. We all have the same and end goal of peace and love, just different means to get there. I agree. I try to hate everyone equally. Your daily jam says yes. Kill Mr. Smith said lots of us here that don't think Charlie should have died like that, but the media trying to portray him as some hero is kind of gross. Charlie Kirk was a liberal fascist and rabid Islamphobe. Is that how you say that? I'm sorry. So, Cal, okay, here's the deal too. I'm not saying, I want to make this very clear. And because I don't think I know, like, I go into a tangent and I ramble and I speak and I talk, and y'all know I say some derogatory shit my damn self, but it is what the fuck it is. It's my platform, okay? And if you haven't already subscribed, we're on the road to 300,000 subscribers, okay? But anyway, real talk, I'm not saying that he's a hero or he's a villain, he's a hero, he's evil, he's this. I'm just saying at the end of the day, I just told y'all I've operated on fucking murderers. I've operated on a fucking man who tried to kill his fucking wife. And then she ended up fucking him up, and then he needed the surgery. But all I'm saying is, what I'm gonna do? Well, you know what? I'm not gonna help you, doctor, on this man. I refuse. I refuse to give this man any type of medical attention. No. I think people missing the point. The point is, we are all human beings, be it good, be it bad, indifferent, whatever the case may be. But does that mean we're not talking about in a court of law? Because, you know, there is a death penalty and all that stuff in some states. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about amongst ourselves, human to human. Am I allowed to kill you based off of what you believe and even how you deliver it? Am I okay to kill you? Fucking no, that's not okay. That's not, you guys, this is not sci-fi. This isn't fictional. This is real life. You know the YouTubers and stuff. I mean, it's happened and stuff where people get so upset. They're so mad. They're going back and forth. Yeah, I've had people, big and small channels, come in and try to be, just try to like disrupt everything, try to get me shut down. I know where these people live. I'm not trying to go and find these damn people and harm these folks. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Now I know some people say, "Well, Terrence, that's you. That's not everybody." Well, it fucking needs to be everybody. Stop fucking caring to the point where you want to kill somebody. If you're that invested in certain things in life, I think you need to just step away from all social media, become a damn recluse, throw that damn phone in the ocean somewhere. Whatever you have to do that's going to protect your mind and protect you from doing something that is to a certain degree like you can't really return from it. It's going to be life changing. Don't do it. Like I'm telling you guys, it's not okay. This is what I'm using my platform for. I'm using my platform to speak my truth, and I believe in my whole like this is what everything that all my existence, my whole existence, everything I believe in. This is my truth. Like I feel like I should be able to share this with you. Now some people are gonna say, "Shut the fuck up. You're dumb. You're stupid. Won't even like you because you support Trump." You don't even give people the opportunity. How many people have? I'm gonna just say this. You probably borrowed some money. Maybe you probably got some money from somebody didn't even pay their ass back, and they voted for Trump. But you took their damn money, didn't you? You know what I'm saying? Why is it stipulations and certain conditions on certain things and people with people? Why is that? Why is that? I don't understand that. Like, and then a sin is a sin is a sin is a sin. At the end of the day, like you can't say, well, this person deserved to die, and then when you do something, okay, somebody say you deserve to die, you're gonna be all upset and sad and stuff. Or it's the same thing. That's why I say I feel like we should do away with that mindset. Stop putting hate into so much. Stop doing that. Honestly, like it's possible for this to not be. I'm not going to give up on America. I'm not going to give up on humanity. I'm not going to give up on humans. There are a lot of great people in this world. TMZ is the one to be exact. That brother is he's an amazing father. He's an amazing supporter, amazing, he's a husband. He has a beautiful wife. He has a beautiful family. This man is so caring. He cares about his subscribers. He cares about his supporters. When I tell you he's not about the drama, he wants to work hard. I feel like he's the greatest gamer, okay, and he's America's favorite mailman, and he's just doing such a stand-up job with life. And he comes on and he streams and he likes to play video games and he's cool and chill. And I think that's perfectly fine. And it shows you that there are good people in the world. There's people that God put in this world for me. I really do feel like for me in a sense where, okay, hey, everybody's not evil. Everybody's not mean. Because I've had a lot of people just take from me and even like use like the platform and stuff. And maybe because I get people in or like folks follow and all that stuff. And people know me around, certain, platforms. And it's like, oh, okay, well, he got 20 people in there. He got 15. He got 100. He got this. Okay, so let's start talking about this. And that to me, that's devastating. I don't want you to come in here just because of what you can get from me. I want you to really come in here and be a part of the channel. I want you to engage. Be it okay, like I say, you agree, you disagree, and different, whatever the case may be. Let's have a debate. Let's talk. You can say whatever you want to say. Like, I mean, hell, I'm a Christian. At the end of the day, like, let's keep it 100. Let's stop the negativity. And let's have more love. And I know that may sound cliche as fuck, but I'm telling you, that's just what I think in my world. I think that I say in my world, but it's my mindset. That's what I feel like God wants us to do. Why are we hating each other so much to the point where we're wanting to assassinate each other? That is terrible. These things they shouldn't happen. And I know somebody's gonna be like, well, Terrence, it's gonna continue, but be that as it may, okay? But I'm going to use my platform to speak on these things, and hopefully these things they start to dwindle down and something beautiful comes about. I do feel like when a lot of bad things do happen, a lot more good does happen. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I'm just devastated at where we are as a country. I'm going to be honest, and I'm looking at things and it's like, this is sad. This is sad. And a lot of people, like I said, are using this now because okay, we're sitting on we're sitting on a pot of gold. This is money. And it's like that shouldn't be the main focus. But unfortunately, we're in a world where that's the main focus of some people. Hell, I love money, but I work hard for it. And I don't want to sit up here and kill for it. I don't want to put people down for it. I want to build people up. And I feel like especially with YouTube, the pie is so big, we can all get a piece of it. Why do I have to put you down to build myself up? Why do you have to again? Why do you have to assassinate someone based off of what they believe in? We live in evil times. Be careful and protect your self and loved ones. Andrew Johnson, you're absolutely right. Oh my gosh, it's devastating to just. I have to agree with that. I mean, it's devastating though. It's devastating. It's devastating to know that people are just like, it's just so much evil in the world. It's so much evil in the world. Your family chicken farm, T Coach. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. You said hi, hello to you. Hey Nick, I love those American flags. Frank said it's because it debates. He claimed the Second Amendment was worth dying for, as many kids are dying in school. I can't stress this enough. I know there's so many fucked up things going on in this country. There's so many fucked up things going on in the world. You guys, please understand when I say this. This is not okay to assassinate people. It's not. It's not. I don't like it. It doesn't. I know people can't stand President Trump. They can't stand. They can't stand Mark Zuckerberg. They can't stand people in power. They can't stand people. A lot of people can't stand Mr. Beast because he's gonna be the billionaire. He's so rich. He's so rich that all the money. People can't stand people. Be it they ain't got money. If they got money, people just, some people just can't stand people or just naturally just hate others and stuff. That doesn't mean that you have the right to kill anybody. It doesn't mean that you have the right to kill anybody. Even if you speak on certain things, be it somebody was talking about the military, for instance. Okay, a military personnel, there's a school bus. And it's filled with children and it's filled with people, be it children, men, women, and then there's this crazy guy outside. And the school bus is driven by, I don't know, you could say a Navy SEAL or someone that's in a branch of the military. And this guy on the outskirts, maybe he has a gun. Are you to run him over or swerve and risk hurting everybody on the bus or whatever, or causing, casualties on the bus? And it might still be casualties on the bus because this man is going to probably open fire. But I'm just keeping it 100. What are you going to do? You're going to take out that man that's on the outside of the bus. Like, that's your duty, is to protect and serve. We're talking different scenarios, different situations. Even Charlie Kirk would say that. He'd say, hey, that's a different situation. This is, circumstances are different. This is different. A lot of people, they try to paint the scenario right. They try to place a scenario to trick them up or to say certain things. At the end of the day, if you are a true debater, at the end of the day, win, lose, draw, whatever the case may be, you let the other party talk. You let the other person talk. You give what you believe are your facts, and you stand on it. And yes, he stood on a lot of things and stuff. And I don't care. Even sometimes delivery probably was off. He might have delivered some things that I would have never delivered it that way. But that still doesn't mean that you should be assassinated. That's what I'm getting at. And no one is going to be able to take my mind away from that, because that's fucked up. That's horrible. You don't do that. you don't have the right to do that. And people who do that are cowards. They think that, okay, oh wow, we did a big thing and stuff. You did something, very stupid. I mean, I mean, horrendous. Although there's no word to describe it. It's just complete evil. It's chaos. But do you think that you've solved anything? You've made it even worse. I don't think people understand. Like, if some of those people talk about they want peace, so you expect that this is peaceful? I don't get it. Charlie Kirk was a great man. God rest his soul. Absolutely, Kevin. Thank you so much. He was. And you know what? The thing about it is people just can't understand the fact that, because I've been on a debate team. I've traveled the country, right? And I was in school, and I made, like, even in freaking grade school, I made other people cry, and how how I would speak, and this and this and that, and my delivery, and it was kind of tense, and you give that eye contact, it's like your eyes are like, it's like the passageway to someone's soul, right? And it's like you get into their heads and stuff, but you come with your facts and what you believe in. And some people just cannot accept that. And like, I remember I was on the debate team and stuff, and the captain, and I was captain and stuff, and the other captain, she did not want to shake my hand. She did not shake my hand. And I was like, wow. I remember I played tennis. In high school. I played in junior high, I played in high school, I played in college. And I played a lot of tennis, with my best friend, I said, who committed suicide in 2014. We played with the USCA, a lot of tournaments, a lot of singles, a lot of doubles. We actually met each other quite some time in singles. I like to say that I beat him more in the singles, but doubles, we were untouchable. I mean, we really played well together. Great teamwork. But my point in saying all of that is we had to compete. Some things we didn't see eye to eye on. We had some disagreements. We had disagreements with even our opponents and whatnot. We've always kept it professional. Like, our coaches and our parents always taught us, you're gonna shake that team's hand no matter win, lose, whatever the case may be. You're gonna shake their hands. And if you want to hug, you can do that and stuff. I mean, but you can read people well and stuff, but you're going to shake their hands. And I did that with everybody. And I can't tell you, some folks didn't want to shake my hand, or some people just, like, they didn't do really a good handshake. They just had bad sportsmanship. Do I like to lose? I can't stand losing. I want to win every single time. But when I lose, I can lose gracefully. I can lose respectfully. I know I have good sportsmanship. I don't want to lose. I don't. But I know that that's just a part of life. And this is the deal. I think in these debates, I think with people, I think with politics, I think with what's going on in the world, some people just don't know how to lose. They don't know how to lose, right? They don't know how to let go or just walk the other way. They think that, okay, maybe assassinating somebody, be it physically or even like assassinate their character throughout social media, because that has happened to me countless of times. They think that's going to be the solution. That's not the solution. You're not solving anything about it. If anything, you're making the situation even worse. We saw what happened to Martin Luther King Jr., and now you look at what's happening in today's time, present time, like as of yesterday. What the hell? Where are we? We have not grown at all. If anything, I just think we're just reversing. We're doing a moonwalk. It's a never-ending moonwalk. Can't solve hate through violence. This shit is disgusting. It is. Runner, it absolutely is. God wanted Charlie to shut the fuck up. That is horrible, Jersey Mike. That's horrible. You know what? Like I said, I pray for people like you. And that's just my facts. That's my opinions. I pray for people like you. Because I can't, with my beliefs, I can't fathom the fact that you actually do believe in God and you think God would want that. Shooter McGavin says devastating. It absolutely is devastating. This is the Democrats' why to handle their hurt feelings and lack of accountability. I don't disrespect the dead, and I also don't exploit them either. Arthur Marcia says hello. Hello. Hey, it's Gamma's World. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Owen says rest easy, Charlie. Yes, rest easy. Shooter says you lying. What am I lying about? Owen says there's one true king. Owen, I think you guys are like literally like losing the point of what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm a king. And I said that I have my truth, you have your truths. And I do feel like at the end of the day, yes, okay, it's God is ultimately, has the final say in everything and stuff. But what I believe in is what I believe in. What you believe is what you believe in. I'm saying that we all can coexist. We all can exist in a world, in a country. Let's just say America. Even if you're watching from out of the country, but we can all exist in America and disagree and agree. Or maybe you probably hate me. I don't hate you. I probably don't like your ass. You probably smell funky as shit too. But that doesn't make me want to kill you. Like, honestly. Like, I'm telling you, I'll be the guy to save your fucking life. Like, legit. It has happened. It has happened. I actually have been in those situations. Again, I'm one person. I'm not trying to sit up here and sound like the Messiah or sound like, okay, the God's gift to the world. No, I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. But I know for a fact, I'm not about trying to put people down and build myself up. And I'm not about hate. I've never been about that. I want to solve things. I want to better things. Literally, if you don't like me, that's fine. Please don't try and kill my ass, because I'm not going to try and kill you. Now, if somebody were just to walk up and just start to wail and try to hurt me, I'm going to fuck your ass up to the best of my ability. Okay? But I'm not going to look for drama or trouble. That's not me. That's not my MO. My MO, when I go walking, be it around my neighborhood or if I go walking anywhere, Florida, wherever I'm at, if I go back home to Mississippi, wherever I go walking and stuff, I walk with God. I walk with peace. I don't bother nobody. I don't want nobody to bother me. I don't want no smoke, and I ain't trying to get no damn smoke. I stay in my fucking lane. Even on YouTube, I stay in my fucking lane. This is my channel. If you do not like what I have to say, if you don't like the dancing and the singing, if you don't like surgery or me talking about this or me doing this or me doing that, like, why are people watching? Why are you watching? And I'm not even being disrespectful when I say that. That's like legit. Like, that's like legitimately like that's the question. Why are you watching? If you don't like what you're viewing, why are you viewing it? Why? I mean, what's the end game? What's your end result? I don't understand that. I don't get people. Jesus is king. Laugh at evil. God laughs at evil, for he knows their time has come. Charlie is eating out. That's just horrible. You guys, those are some horrible comments. The Quad Kids backpack said, I have more pastor numbers in my phone than friends. They are a family, and so are you, no matter what your skin color or religious affiliations are. Kirk is in hell where he belongs. Blast Orange. You know what? Let me tell you this, Blast Orange. Now, I disagree. Okay? I disagree. But that's okay for you to say that. You know why? Because that's something you got to take up with whoever you believe in. You have to live with yourself, and maybe you're okay. And like I said, one woman was on here like, okay, the R.I.P stands for rest and piss, and I said that's ignorance, but okay, whatever the case may be. Okay, whatever. Like, that's not going to make me hate you or make me want to say something ignorant towards you. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm not, you calling me the N-word, you calling me out of my name now, you being derogatory. Ma'am, I ain't call you nothing crazy or whatever stuff. And this is all like bantering on social media, but I'm not a part of that. I'm not a part of any of that. Like, I don't believe in it. If I want to preach the truth or what I feel like is my truth, how does it look like, how does it look if I'm sitting up here being ignorant? Yes, I'm gonna say some shit to trolls and shit. I don't mind by saying nothing about somebody was like, oh my gosh, my mama dead. I said, okay, and I give a fuck why. Let me tell you, if you don't like real, get the fuck off. Cause I think people get it confused with, oh, he's so kind, he's so nice, oh wow, he goes to other people's live streams and he's such a giver, he's this, he's that. I will fuck you up. I'm not even kidding. I don't have time for bullshit. I don't. At the same time, like, but this is just me. Like, this is all of me. I was talking to an anesthesiologist today, and I was like, it's so crazy because they're like, the people say, oh, I'm so mean, I'm sis. I said, I think you're just so real. I said, I think you're kind. Are you aggressive? Hell yeah. Hell, you told me to be quiet. You done told this person to be quiet because when they intubate, they tell you to be quiet. But I wasn't even talking one day, and he was like, he says, be quiet, calls me out, calls the other person out. And I'm like, okay, it doesn't bother me, man. Because at the end of the day, like, y'all, I guess maybe I'm not a sensitive person, and I think that may have something to do with it. You do have a lot more sensitivity in the world, and I do think that's something that's coming from maybe even childhood trauma, maybe even adult trauma. I mean, there's a such thing. Adults can go through things in their everyday life to make them probably feel less inferior, or adults can have peer pressure as well. People don't believe that because, oh, if you 18, you 20, you 30, you 40, you 50, you should have lived on this earth long enough to not let people get in your head. No, people can definitely get in your head. People have gotten into my head, even on social media. Like, I have not met certain people based because of other people. And I let that corrupt me. That's why I said I'm learning so much, and I thank God for growth. But yeah, some people are ridiculous. Don't speak ill will of the dead. Um, I agree. And it's crazy. What is so crazy too is the dead doesn't give a fuck. Like, my mom has passed on, right, and I feel her spirit with me so much. I feel her with me right now. Lord is my witness, I do. But my mom can give two fucks. Here is the funny part. My mom, if she was here physically, like right here, physically as say I am, and not in spirit form, she wouldn't give a fuck about your ass. And I damn sure know she don't give a fuck about the people now, her having passed on and have, made that transition. Like, you guys, it's just people who are corrupted, people who are actually probably are going to go to hell, that are in that type of mindset. And again, all I can do is pray for these people. I'm not trying to sound weird, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think there's anything else that can be done for people. I mean, at the end of the day, we all know people are going to believe what they want. They're going to believe what they believe, and they're going to say what they say. And I'm okay with that, because I'm not trying to assassinate you goddamn people. So don't wish death on me. Don't try to assassinate my ass. You know what I'm saying? Don't assassinate people, period. Like, these things should have never happened. They shouldn't. But then on top of that, I don't know, maybe somebody, I was talking about this, I said it could be somebody in his group that probably knew certain things are going to go down. Let me tell you, no matter how big that I get, and how I progress within my channel and within life, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to keep my circle small. Like, I would love to do meet and greets. I would love to do certain things. You think that if I put this together, that it won't be some type of security? It won't be something, like, I'm sorry, like, it will be. It very well will be. I don't want to be around hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. And if that's the case, it's going to have to be a thing where I'm protected in some type of, some type of bubble. Because I'm sorry, and I'm just going to keep it real, I don't trust people. And I know for a fact the people who I support and have supported, I know a lot of people they're angry, they're upset about that. I even have some family members that are upset about that because, oh wow, so you're supporting someone who basically is saying that a woman cannot do whatever she want to do with her body. And I'm like, y'all have got this all wrong. Like, at the end of the day, but that's their truth. That's their beliefs. And it ain't me changing that. So I stay in my damn lane. I'm not going to I was in a meeting earlier today, and they were talking about, Not doing the politics. Now I said, listen, y'all can say this to your blue in the face. I was talking to management. It's probably like 50, 60 people in this meeting this morning. I said, y'all can say this to your blue in the face. People still going to talk about the politics. They're still going to talk about certain things. Hell, I said, for instance, I don't like when the patient comes back to the OR and the anesthesiologist and the CRNA puts them asleep and says, oh, wow, man, they're just so fat. They were just such a difficult intubation. And it's like, so what's the difference in me talking about gay, straight, bi, this, transgender, Donald Trump, Biden? What's the difference in me talking about anything when you could talk about patients like that in that way? What's the difference? When I say that I'm still a big guy, that's me being truthful. That's not me putting myself down. Hell, that's fact. You can say, wow, this is a big patient. You don't have to say, man, this patient's fat as hell, blah, blah, blah. Now, that's what I feel like is degrading. It's a defamation. It's a negative thing. And then you laugh about it. Now, one CRNA white lady, this probably happened Monday or Tuesday. It happened this week, I remember. And she goes, oh my gosh, like, this patient is morbidly obese. She's definitely going to be a harder intubation. But also she was basing this off of her history because it says in her history that, she was a difficult intubation, like when she had a surgery a couple years prior. That is perfectly normal. I don't think she put that patient down in a negative way. I think that she did this professionally. She said the things that were necessary, you know what I'm saying? Now, some people probably wouldn't have said anything, but I don't think that's bad. I think she stated facts. This is a morbidly obese patient. What do you call it? What do you call somebody who's super, super, super big? Morbidly obese. If she would have called the person an elephant or a hippopotamus, okay, bitch, that's disrespectful. You get what I'm saying? There's pros and cons in all of these things. At the end of the day, what she is saying is her truth. Now, what the other people saying was their truth. Now, their truth, in my opinion, I'm like, okay, I have to disagree with that. But what it all boils down to, I'm not trying to follow them to the damn parking garage and hurt them any kind of way. It never crossed my mind. I just look at them and discuss, and you know what I do? I pray for them. And you could say that I'm fucking crazy. You can say that I'm a pushover. You can say that I'm weak. You can say that I'm soft. But I'm telling you guys, I'm none of those things, and that's just my truth. I just don't have time for ignorance. So this is the point of the live stream. It's and like I said, I'm gonna get off here in a minute and stuff. It's just me coming on and really want to ask the question. Okay, well, what do you guys think about America? What's going on? I mean, are you guys not seeing what's happening? Because if anybody feels like this is okay, I have to disagree with you. But at the end of the day, because you feel like it's okay, or you feel like, okay, maybe certain people deserve to die or be assassinated, that's something that you have to take over with yourself and whoever you believe in or who you don't believe in. That does not concern me. I'm just going to pray for it. I'm just going to pray for you because I find it to be absolutely horrendous. It's sad. It doesn't make sense. These are horrible acts that should never happen. It should never happen. Divine Fitness said, report Blast Orange. Blast, you are disgusting. Magic just said, Blast, you are disgusting motherfucker. Y'all know I like to curse. I like to say it. I will report him, Divine. Here's the deal. We can report, we can block, we can do all these things. These people, I guess who they're calling the left, they're going to come back even stronger. What we have to do is pray for these people. We have to pray for these people. We have to stop. We have to stop letting them corrupt us. I'm not saying they're corrupting you guys. I'm just saying we have to stop letting them corrupt us in a sense where we can't. I'm not going to stop streaming. I'm not going to be afraid to stream in public place. I'm not going to be able to go into a park and serve and play tennis, or I'm not going to be afraid to talk. I met a guy. This is some months back, and he was like, "I can't stand Trump." A white older guy, and I said, "Well, you know what? You can't stand him," and I voted for him twice. My dad wasn't excited about that. I voted for him twice, and it is what it is. This man eventually stopped playing tennis with me. Okay. That's great. Do you? When I go to the tennis courts, I see your ass still that horrible damn serve and that terrible backhand to this day. I still see it. It's okay that you don't want to hit with me. That's fine. I'm not angry. Now somebody may say, well, Terrence being petty. Your tennis was helping my tennis any damn way. Hell, it wasn't helping me. If anything, your tennis was harming my tennis because you didn't hit on my level. At the end of the day, I'm not coming for your tennis. I'm just keeping it real. It doesn't. You can be Federer and don't want to hit no more. It's not going to be anything off of my plate. I'm not going to allow myself to feel some kind of way because of what you believe in or what you don't believe in. I'm just there simply to play tennis. You don't want to start to talk about this damn politics and asking me these questions. I said I would like if we don't talk about this. Well, no, it's okay. It's all right. This is a safe place. And then I start to talk about it. Now you all in your damn feelings. People love to talk about a safe place and they love to talk about, okay, say what's on your mind and put it out there. But then when you put it out there, they feel some kind of way. Well, stop asking, stop prying, stop wanting to get to know people, and stop doing these things, because maybe some of the things that they're going to say, maybe some things that you don't like. And maybe that's something that you have to figure out within yourself. But if you don't open that can or Pandora's box, you'll never have to deal with it. I'm here to play tennis. Like I say, I go to work. I'm going to work to save lives. I don't care about what's going on in your day. One woman was like, oh my gosh, my mom, she's in the hospital. The cancer is this. My mama died of ovarian cancer. I don't give a fuck if you like that, if you people laugh about it, whatever the case may be. When I go with my mom when she was alive, and she said, boy, when you get your ass to them, when you go to them double doors and you go to the operating room, you don't think about nothing but protecting that patient. I said, yes, ma'am. I don't fucking care about nothing else, especially in that setting. When you reach, and I'm telling you guys, you can believe me. You don't have to believe me, but that's where I'm at mentally. That's how I know for a fact that I will continue to be okay with what I do, because I know how to separate things in life, and it's important. Some people, like, they're in these marriages and they're just they're corrupted, they're upset, and they can't go to work and be normal co-workers. They take stuff out on their co-workers. They say horrible things. They may take it out on the patient. That shit is frightening. Like, you can't turn it off. Like, if you can't turn it off, call into work. Don't come to work. That's why you have medical mistakes. That's why bad things are happening to people in the OR. Like, be it patients, be it employers, employees. That's why it's happening. Because people they're off their rockers. And that's my honest opinion about what's going on. Folks can't separate things in life. And I think what's going on, and also people's minds, I don't know. Like I said, I have 4 degrees, but I'm not a psychiatrist. I've taken some of the courses and stuff that one would have to obtain a degree, but I'm not that. I've done a lot of things. I'm medically, training a lot. I have a lot of, degrees medically, health-wise, but at the end of the day, it's like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that these people they don't know how to turn off their emotions. They become, and that's what happens in domestic abuse relationships. They become, like I said, I was cheated on by my ex-girlfriend and stuff, whatever. At the end of the day, people become so wrapped up in their own mind that they lose sight of reality. They lose sight. And I think this is the end result. Like, you're harming people, be it if you're killing somebody, if you're cheating on someone, if you're lying on someone, if you're cheating in a sense where you're just, you're not respecting a person. All those things can cause some type of harm. But what we can't bounce back from, of course, is when you kill someone. I mean, that's just, you guys, like, I pray to God, whoever watches this, if you're currently watching, if you catch the replay and you listen to me, I don't give a fuck. I know that I'm country as hell. Some of the agreement's not great. At the end of the day, I know it's a lot of vocalized pauses and stuff, but I would love for somebody to take away just one thing with what I'm saying. Please understand that if you don't like someone, you don't have to fucking kill them. That's the gist of it all. You don't have to fucking kill anybody because you don't like what they're saying or how they said it. I don't care if the man, if my dad go up to him and he made my dad feel like a piece of shit. I shouldn't have to My dad's not going to do it, and I'm not going to do it. I shouldn't have to think, okay, let me go and kill, let me go. No, no, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. I can't get it through my mind. Again, I'm going to continue to talk about these things, and that's just what it's going to be. I'm going to continue to, it's a choice to be positive. It's a choice to, be happy. It's a choice to be negative. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be positive, but I'm going to be real through it all. And sometimes my real may look like to some of you guys like, oh, he's a nasty, mean individual because he's cursing and he's telling like it is and he's not soft with it. But why do I have to be soft? Soft, okay, and also soft doesn't necessarily make you real. There's a lot of people who they quietly talk, oh hi, how are you? And they're fake as fuck. They're pseudo as hell. I want the real. Give me. Like I was talking to somebody at work and I said, I don't care about that nice and that patience. I want, if they're mean and competent, give me them all day long. Who the fuck would you want to operate on your loved one or yourself? Somebody who's mean and competent or somebody who's nice and dumb as fuck? I'll wait. I want the mean and competent. I don't need the nice and dumb. I don't care about that. Like, that's not going to save a life. Like, I don't, like, no. No, I don't care about that. And a lot of times that mean and competent, that mean is not mean. That mean is professionally aggressive. And the thing about it is, I'm not going to lie, and I'm just going to keep it real. Some people just sensitive to the fact that those people are professionally aggressive. They want what the fuck they want, and they need it when they need it, and it is what it is. I don't get that. I never have issues with that. I never have issues with surgeons. My issues come from, like, say, my peers. Because they feel like, oh, Terrence, you too serious, or you this. I was at the meeting today, and the nurse manager goes, sometimes we have to be a patient's advocate. I said, all the time. And the director said, absolutely, Terrence, all the time. And I'm in my head like, oh, did I wake something up? Did I do something wrong? Because it ain't just sometimes we're a patient advocate. It's every single time we're a patient advocate. Every time. It ain't sometime. It's every time. It's all the time. Period. And if you don't think if you don't think that's rational, or if that's not okay, you might need to change professions. You might need to change professions. That's just how I think about it. And like I said, I know for a fact, a lot of people may not think like I think, and that's all right. I don't think any two people think just identical alike, but I do think some of us are on the same, we're parallel planes, right? We probably agree on some things, right? At the end of the day, it's okay to disagree. It's okay to agree. It's okay to not talk to people or not like folks. Me personally, I don't think it's okay to hate, because I think with hate comes that evil and that anger, and what that evil and anger becomes like, okay, what we've seen transpire yesterday. People are killing people, and people are probably going to continue to kill people because they're angry and they hate people. And that's what's happening with police. There are some hateful, angry police officers out there that use their power they just use their power in just such a horrible way, and they have killed people. I know for a fact, like, I'm from Mississippi, and I'm from a town like Columbus, Mississippi, and I know for a fact there's a police officer that was going around, and a white officer that was, saying, oh, this nigger's gonna die, I'm gonna kill me. I mean, literally saying those things. These things are facts. This is not fictitious. These are facts. These are on the record. Okay. He was set up with his partner, who happens to also be a white officer, but recorded him and everything. And it's fact. Yes, he's no longer, is he in jail? No. He was saying he was gonna do that one day, but thank God he never did it. But he is no longer on that force, and as he should not be. Now again, I can't play. I'm not gonna be devil's advocate. I can't be the judge, the jury, God, and all that. And be like, he should never work or he should be killed. No, that's never That's never came out of my mouth. Have I heard other people talk about it? Yes. But again, those people are filled with anger and hate. That's not me. Do I get pissed off? Hell yeah. I can even get angry about some things. I'm telling you guys, I refrain from hate because I think with hate, it comes that it does, hate becomes so much more than people can imagine. And that's why I said I want to continue to refrain from saying that. And I think that the tongue is so powerful. And then when you speak things, things can be brought into existence. And we have to be mindful of things. Blast Orange, what is wrong with you? Didi said, I worry for Americans. I feel bad for Charlie Kirk's death. Even if I didn't agree with his views, I feel he didn't deserve to die, as that goes against free speech and creates dangerous environments. It does. I mean, isn't that sickening? How many people were there, and it was targeted because nobody else was killed, right, or shot at. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, people are just doing this like it's nothing, and some folks just have nothing to live for too. I think again. Like I said, I'm a believer of God, and I think that some people and again, some of these anti-Christ or atheists, I'm not trying to say that they're evil, but some people who literally don't believe in God, like I just don't think they think that okay, they can take things to in their own hands, and they can plan things, and they think that this is right, like. Literally, some people think that this is okay, and I don't think it's okay. Peter said, I don't care what he said, he didn't deserve to be killed. Yes, there's a right and wrong time to say things. Yeah, I agree, Peaches. I agree. Kenneth Fuller said, if y'all think Charlie Kirk, he's a bad person, you're all sick as hell. I mean, to be honest, and I'm not just saying this for views or likes, but I mean, how the man was not bad, you guys. The man was real and he was raw. And it was like, fuck yeah. Like, I'm serious. There's things that even I can disagree with him on and stuff, whatever. But I'm not going to lie. Like, he was real and he brought the facts. And at the end of the day, I love how somebody can just sit back and let somebody talk, and then they speak, and then there it is. A debate is something that I have been doing for years, and I'm telling you guys, like, it's very important, and because there's a lot of narcissistic people out there, right? Narcissistic people, a lot of people who just they say, oh yeah, I'm all about this, I'm all about that, but they don't really want you to even speak. They don't want you to get your point across. And I've came across content creators like that. I've literally have met up with people like that, or it's like we meet up, things kind of go left, and then now it's their side versus my side. Okay, you told your side. Now let me tell my side. But no, every time that I go to speak, you try to shut me down. You try to bring your posse to shut me down. Why is that? Why can't I tell my side of the story? But why do I let you tell your side of the story? Because I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide. I'm telling you, I just don't understand people. I probably will never understand people and their mindset. I pray to God for growth. I pray to God for continued discernment. But again, we're in a world in America where it's just like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, because these things just don't make sense. Like, literally, you're being killed because of what you are saying is absolutely horrible. I should be Kirk would have been a president of this country one day, 10, 20 years down the road. What a great loss. Absolutely, Max. I agree. AV Squad. Hey, AV Squad. Hey, good night. Good night. Thank you for coming in. Max 101 says, amen. He said, if anything, I'd want Americans to have a president who wants the best for your country, for people, and not for the billionaires and millionaires. I hope they release the Epstein files. I'm with you. I wouldn't mind seeing it, and not use Charlie Kirk's death as a distraction. I really do think that things are put into place for people to. Let me just say this. I've never once said that everybody's perfect. I never said that I've been perfect. We all have. We all have told stories. Meaning we all have lied. I told y'all I stole a caramel sucker when I was 5 or 6 years old. I stole a caramel sucker. I just remember Miss Malden, and so I know Miss Malden was my kindergarten teacher. So I had to have been 5, and I remember telling my mom, and my mom got so upset. Hell yeah, she spanked my ass, and I remember going back to the store, and the lady was in there, was like, "Baby, you ain't never gotta steal nothing. If you just want it, you can take it. We'll give it to you." Blah blah blah. My mom was like, she was not happy about the fact that how the woman handled it. She wanted her to be a little bit stricter, but anyway, I learned my lesson, and I know I tell that story because not to say, oh my gosh, people stealing cars and this and that and stealing money from people. Lord knows people have stole a lot of money from my ass. Even here as I've been a content creator, people have manipulated me, and just anyway, that's it's a bunch of scammers in the world. But my point is, I say that because at the end of the day, like I can't, like I don't want to steal. I don't want to lie. I don't want to cheat. I like to show scandal, but I don't want to be a part of scandals. You know what I'm saying? I like to be accountable, and I'm gonna keep talking about accountability, but I don't ever want to omit myself from that. I want to include myself in that. So I have to be held accountable as well. So when I'm doing something wrong, call me out, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a one-way street. It shouldn't happen to anyone, left or right. I agree. We are living in a very bad times. I feel so worried for Americans. My friend is there, and I'm so worried for him. I don't want to lose my friend. Didi, I'm sorry. That's devastating. Jason, cause you want some of that. I don't know what that means. Excuse me, but CIS men don't need to lie in order to go into the bathroom. As a CIS man did follow a CIS woman who looked slightly masculine to assault her thinking she was trans. I remember seeing cases about it. Hey, blessings. I do not support trans going into the same bathroom with natural born women and women going in little bathroom with natural born men. I'm also not cool with the sports either. Hey Terrence, hey Chet, hey Blessings. It's always so nice to see you. Blessings, I love that you come in and you're so respectful. You always stay true to yourself. And I love that. I mean, I just feel like you could be a great debater. You're such a remarkable person. And I appreciate, just the realness. Like I said, we can all agree with things, we can all disagree with things, but at the end of the day, my platform is a place where I feel like I want to, even before this has happened and stuff, I've said this. This is not just because this has happened. I've said this shit way before. I am not, this is a safe place. I'm someone who, yes, judging is inevitable. We all judge, but we should not, nobody should want to, it should be a thing where anybody should feel like they should want to kill somebody based off their beliefs or what they, or just what they think about things and people. It's folks that talk about people all day long and say horrible things, and some people do horrible things and stuff, whatever. That doesn't mean that, okay, you just got to sit up here and get a gun and just start blowing people away. That's not the way to solve anything. Miss Best, I worried cisgender men would enter regardless, but for a trans woman and men, I hope they do get bathroom. They can't be safe and not worry about being assaulted because of the propaganda. Um, I'm sorry, L Kid Capricorn said we have too many mentally ill on the loose. But what if but what if that's a cover up too? A lot of people are not mentally ill. A lot of people just are playing right, like, okay, I'm right, you're wrong. And some of these people are very well educated. Let me tell you, I know what you're saying, but the mentally ill, they may be trying to bite some people damn arms or, I don't know, Hannibal Lecter type shit, but we're talking about somebody who is, I don't know, 200 yards away and fucking blowing people away. Like, I mean, you ain't mental. Like, you evil. But I get what you're saying, though. I think it's Trump supporters that take it to the extreme. Like, it's okay to support a person. Just don't be afraid to agree with the criticism that do exist and not fully support everything. And the people in the left that take it to the extreme too, I'm not afraid to admit there is some wrongs there too. I agree. I wish all just work together to face billionaires and millionaires that are trying to put a divide Americans and currently facing with. What did you think about the murder of the Melissa Hortman? Hortman was the top House Democratic leader in the state legislature and a former House Speaker. Um, Blessed, I'm gonna be honest. It's so crazy you even asked that question about that. I mean, I've spoke about a little bit of these things. At the end of the day, I think what I'm trying to get at is stuff. It's all devastating. Nobody like, and because it's a lot of more people, far as like Senate and Congress and people like within these parties and just politicians and just people in the political like kind of category that have been fucking murdered. And no, that's how I look at it. It's horrifying. No one should be killed because of political status, missed blessings. Like, let me say this. If the person is going into a Walmart and this woman is going in with a gun. She just happened to be a politician. She just happened to be somebody on the Congress, the Senate. I don't know. Hell, she can be the president, assistant, or whatever. Now, of course, these people would just go in without having some type of, bodyguard or whatever the case may be, or Secret Service, that is. But if she going in there with a gun, hell yeah. I mean, I'm about to pick up the watermelon seedless or the seeds. I'm about to throw some shit in her ass. I'm about to defend myself. Now that's when you take people out, but not when it's like, okay, you doing your everyday life. You're in your home. You're going into a Walmart to get groceries and to probably make dinner or supper for your husband, your wife, your kids, whatever, your friends, or just whatever the case may be. You shouldn't feel like, okay, oh wow, like there's a target on my back and somebody is going to actually kill me. Like, this is so horrible. This is horrible. I was talking to a friend because I watched all these documentaries and stuff, and I was talking about I've been watching a lot of Netflix, but I've been talking about the documentary with Hurricane Katrina, Come Hell and High Water. I thought that was really eerie but beautifully, titled. Oh, that just it sent chills down my spine. But those people that were saying, they were loitering, invading, and stealing, they were trying to survive. But then those are the black people. Then you see the white people doing the same thing, and that's what they said. Oh, they're trying to survive. They're trying to live. They're trying to, they need food. They need this. Why are we so separated? I feel like this is the issue. This is what the problem is. It's a bunch of separation. It's a bunch of separation. L Kid Capricorn said, look, it's simple. Killing is not good. It's plain evil. Absolutely. I'm not gonna lie. I've had family members murdered. I still don't believe in the death penalty. Again, I know, shoot me, fight me, want to kill me, disagree and all that stuff. I do not believe in that. Like, I believe that God has the final say, but I do believe in, Lord knows the justice system is just like, it's so corrupted, but I do believe in like, okay, seeking like actual justice. Like I'm a man like that follows the rules and regulations. Like say, hey, I have rules and regulations on my channels and I have like, I guess you could say rules and regulations, like, okay, like no self-promoting, no this, no that. If people have I guess I could call them guidelines, or YouTube call them guidelines. I follow everybody guidelines. So if I go to your channel, you say, hey, don't use this word, don't do this. I'm not using that word. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to respect you as a content creator, as an individual, as a human being. I'm going to respect you. I just feel like that's also what it boils down to. People definitely should not want to kill people. That is evil. But also people need to understand, respect people and their wishes. If you disagree with what somebody has to say, you actually don't have to listen to them. Okay, you can peacefully and respectfully just exit and never have to deal with those people again. Now, I don't think that makes those people a coward to do that. If that means, if somebody makes me so upset, right? And I also I don't believe in provocation. I do believe you allow yourself to get upset because nobody can force you to do anything. But I do believe in influence. So anyway, if somebody is saying something and it gets under your skin and stuff, whatever, you have a choice. You can sit up here and go right back, like I told the dude that somebody came in here and said something crazy, and I said, yeah, I fucked your mom or something like that. I have no regrets. When I say those things, I have to take it up with myself and God. At the end of the day, you can't judge me. You may be like, oh, I have to clench my pearls. Terrence just cursed out this person on YouTube. So fucking be it. It is what the fuck it is. What I'm telling you guys is what I'm trying to convey is I can say what the fuck I want to say, and the consequences that I'm gonna be that I have to deal with is me dealing with them. It's not you don't have to deal with it. So however you feel about it, be it good or bad or indifferent, okay, that's just what you feel. You don't have to sit up here and watch me. I have people coming in, I have people coming out, I have people unsubscribing, I have people subscribing. At the end of the day, somebody's gonna like you, somebody's gonna dislike you. It doesn't matter to me. And I'm not trying to sound mean, but that's what, if there was nothing else that I can agree with Charlie Kirk on, that's what I agree with 100%. You can disagree with me, you can agree with me and stuff. At the end of the day, I'm coming with my facts and what I believe is my truth. And you can accept it, you can disagree, but I'm not going to back down from what I believe in. Why is that so hard? Why is that such a bad thing? It's a bad thing when it's people on the other end, the left, right, that feel inferior and feel like they're less significant or they don't belong, or they're so angry because he doesn't support this and he's not, he doesn't believe in this, he doesn't believe in that. I believe in some things that he didn't believe in. But at the end of the day, I did relate to a lot of things that he related to as well. At the end of the day, also, I'm not thinking about killing some damn body, and just as he's not. And people are like, well, he said this, but he didn't take a gun and fucking kill people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, Sonia. And killing shouldn't be used to weaponize against a political party who vocalized that it wasn't okay. Us humans instead of trying to evolve, we are devolving. Oh, we've been. It's like I feel like humans are just becoming. People say, "Oh, humans gonna become extinct." Well, we're killing each other like freaking, I don't know, like deers. What the fuck, I don't know about y'all, but I don't eat. I love some damn deer, but I don't eat humans. I don't think, I eat some Chinese food, a dog or two, but, all joking aside, I'm not trying to sound like, insensitive or crazy, but no, all this killing of one another needs to just stop. It's just disgusting. I totally agree, Diddy. I want to know what Terrence think that. So yeah, I know, best I be crazy in the comments, but yeah, I basically, how I feel about it is nobody, political or not, nobody should be killed. Let me just say this. I feel like in cold blood murder. Now there are scenarios and situations if it's self-defense, if it's you protecting yourself, but I just don't condone any of that. I just can't. I hope the shooter is found and held accountable for his actions. And I'm going to be honest with this. I do feel like, now I haven't looked at the news recently, but I do feel like this man is a dead man walking. He's probably going to end up committing suicide. His life is over. That's how I look at it. And it's another sad situation, another senseless act for no fucking reason. All because you just hated what somebody had to say. Now the next person gonna come up and this person gonna start talking. So what? You're gonna off this person too? This is stupid. Like you have to know that. Well, I want to say have to, but I guess people ain't gotta do nothing, right? Folks they have power over themselves, but you should wanna understand that this is not acceptable. It's not okay. It's literally such a bad thing. In my mind, I'm really thinking to myself like the shooter, and this is of even other people that have assassinated people and stuff, whatever, and have been caught and stuff. But those people who murdered somebody basically because of what they said and what they believed in, And I just think to myself, like, what if they have families too, right? And what if some of those family members actually disagreed with their beliefs and maybe believe the person or the people that they've assassinated? Would that individual assassinate their loved ones too? That's how, I mean, it's just like I said, this is how messed up the situation is. It has me thinking about so many things. So many things go through my mind, and it's devastating and it's disgusting, but it's such a real, it's a real topic. And it should be up for discussion. But see, it being a topic like this, and when we discuss things, a lot of emotions are gonna play out, and some people, they just can't take it. They feel violated, they feel like, even some people may even feel like, because how I'm saying things, they're like, okay, we wish he would die. Shut the fuck up. I'm telling you, I know there are some evil people out there. There are. I'm not gonna shut the hell up. You know, I'm gonna die when God says die. I'm gonna continue to live my life, but I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna use my platform for peace. I'm gonna use it for realness. It may look a little rough around the edges and stuff because, again, I'm a cursed Christian. I tell it like it is, and I'm telling you, I don't condone any of that violence. I don't like that. Protecting yourself is one thing, but flat out, like, I mean, to be honest, here's the deal. Like, you're a coward if you're killing somebody, even if you're trying to, like I say, destroy somebody's character, say even on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, whatever the case may be. You're a coward because you can't face the fact that you're not strong like the person that is saying these things. You're not strong. You can't speak your truth. You're behind a keyboard. You're a keyboard warrior. What do they say? A troll. You know, that's what some of these people are. These people are despicable, disgraceful. I just it's just a full outright horrible situation. I don't think nothing is going to be solved overnight. But again, when I talk about, like I said, the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and these things are still happening to this very day, to me, that is ultimately discouraging. I really do think that we're not. I gotta agree. We're not evolving. We're not. If it's evolving, it's evolving to a bigger shit show instead of more. You know, yeah, you have same sex marriages. You have so many more like biracial couples and this and that and marriages and stuff. That's great, but you still have so much violence. I mean, it has increased in certain states within this country, within America. It has increased, and I mean that's just horrible. That's absolutely horrible. And imagine how many things that have not even made it to like mainstream that we don't even know about. That's also devastating. So like I said, we're in a world right now where I know for a fact, like, I'm gonna continue to pray for. I'm not gonna give up, but I'm worried. I'm concerned, and it does make you feel. It makes me feel. um it makes me nervous. It makes me feel I'm nervous about it, like, to be honest, I really am, because I don't want to hurt anybody, and I don't know, I can walk beside somebody, I don't know what their beliefs are, or what they like, or how they feel about things and stuff, but it does make you almost afraid to even say things in public, because is somebody going to pop off because, oh wow, you voted for this party, or you voted for that person, or you believe in that. And maybe even if you voted for the person, why does it have to be a thing too? If I voted for him, or if I voted for her, or if I voted for this person, why does it have to be a thing of I believe in everything that they say? I don't believe in, the only person I believe in everything that this person, this entity, this supernatural being has said is God Himself. I don't believe in every day. Look, my mom and dad, I know for a fact, have told me some damn lies. My mama would look at me, boy, you ain't fat. And I was fat as hell. But my mama, it was coming from a place of love, but at the same time, it's a lie. Now, I'm just keeping it real. I'm telling on the damn live right now as we speak. What time is it? 11:35 p.m. I'm in Fort Myers, Florida, okay? Eastern Standard Time Zone. I'm just saying the fucking truth. At the end of the day, God is the only individual where I'm agreeing with 100%. I don't agree with 100% what President Donald Trump is doing. And then you know what? I support Donald Trump tremendously. But I don't agree with every single thing. I didn't agree with every single thing with Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I find it impossible. But that still doesn't make me want to uh, annihilate, assassinate, harm, like disrespect, like just do anything, just like horrible to somebody. It doesn't make me want to do that. Like I don't think that way. And it's disturbing that there are people that think that way. It's disturbing. And the president shouldn't be escalating the situation when the shooter isn't even found. And regardless, this death shouldn't be weaponized against a political party. Facts, indeed. But the administration doesn't want that at all. We had peace last year, and now chaos. Now our HBCU colleges are being threatened. Charlie Kirk was the modern day Malcolm X. I have to agree. Back slow low. Diddy said, Miss Blessings, are you also suspicious about the Epstein files? Why Trump keeps trying to say it doesn't exist? I find it painful and harmful for the victims and makes me suspicious of why he doesn't release it. That this wouldn't be a great convo with you and Trump. I believe you would tell him truth and not fold. Wait, this would be a great convo with you and Trump. I believe you would tell him truth and not fold. If you're talking about me, absolutely. I was told that the person who got shot yesterday was left speechless. Um, would Trump even listen when he doesn't listen to his people? He's a billionaire that once said he walked in the changing rooms of one woman and said he date a 10 year in 10 years. Um, he date a 10 year in 10 years. It just makes me sick. Um, yes, I definitely am. He is in them for sure. Did you see that pic of him kissing that little girl on the mouth? She was one of the massage girls at 14. Sickening. Sonia said, "Evil spirits does exist, and we dwell in any vessel that is willing to allow it to do so." Sonia, I have to agree. Hey, Nunu. Charlie was a racist boy. He didn't deserve that, but everyone is affected different. I think people don't realize this didn't silence what Charlie views and arguments was, but it only spoke it louder. This influenced many people to stand the same ground and speak out. Grand theft goes absolutely 100,000% agree with you. Um, Skate said, "R.I.P. to Charlie. I'm a proud Democrat and dislike the guy, but man, this guy was a father and of two, brother, son, and husband. No one should be killed for speaking their mind." Skate, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for that. And that's all I'm trying to get out. That's all I'm trying to convey is just stop fucking killing people. Like seriously, people stop doing this shit. Like honestly, these people who just I don't know, like you got this damn you urge or whatever. I don't know. Get your ass in the military, go overseas somewhere, fight for the country. I mean, I don't know. I know some people say, okay, Terrence, that's not right. That's not okay to say. Well, shit, I found it better than you just assassinating and just murdering people that Americans. That's weird. That just doesn't make sense. And you're not fighting for the country. You're not fighting for the country. What you're doing is you're taking things your own. You're taking things in your own hand based off of what you believe in. I'm a Democrat too. I didn't focus on politics before. The reason I did was because for the reason I did was because my friend is from America. I found myself hyper fixed on problems he will suffer and go through. Wow. Yes, protect your peace. May he who has not sinned be the one to cast the first stone. Scott, look. I'll wait just like you probably waiting. We're gonna be waiting all damn night, all day, all tomorrow, all next week, next year. There are stipulations on everyone because we all have different opinions and beliefs. I agree. Blessings. Connor Rubo said, "Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk." Yes, rest in peace. Um. Um. Social media has become a significant factor in the rise of radicalization. I mean, I do agree with that. Social media can be positive, it can be negative, but I do feel like it has Oh, it has caused a lot of, and let me just say this though, because again, it's not fair for me to say, because it's almost like I'm saying America. It's the people within social media. It's the people within this country. These platforms are beautiful. I mean, it has been life changing in a sense for me. Yes, I mean I've monetized, I make money, and I'm able to, like, I got involved a lot with YouTube because, like, when my mom had passed, I was on YouTube. I was looking at things. YouTube really has helped me. And then, like, I came across Peach McIntyre, came across, CJ So Cool, Chelsea Lynn, Latrice Allen, and I was like, oh wow, I should really try to do this. And being motivating, try to be positive. Yes, I can be a little cuckoo crazy sometimes, but who ain't? And it's been a beautiful thing. It has taken off. It has blossomed into something really, really awesome. I love the fact that I have a platform where I can just come on and I can do this. And I think it's important to share your beliefs and maybe something that you don't believe in, something that that you accept, that you don't accept, or whatever the case may be. Have the base and just move on and not have any hard, nasty feelings. At least I don't have that towards people, but I do feel that people do come up, they do come on social media, and they use this in a bad way, and it really has been a negative thing, seemed like here recently more than something positive. Let me just say it like that. God bless anybody. God bless you all, especially people who come in and say such derogatory, comments. Um, I see them. It doesn't mean shit. It really doesn't. All that for me, what it means is that it's just people who are just evil. And I again, I pray for those people. I know I'm different. I know some people say, man, I wouldn't waste a prayer on that. Well, I'm praying for them. Too many people have access to too many platforms. Junior, I agree. I agree with that. Um, Didi said, Dart, no. Asher says, Charlie's poor wife and kids that watch him get killed. It breaks my heart. I watched the clip and it was so upsetting. It was, like I said, I didn't sleep after watching it. And I've seen a lot of, I mean, I've come into the OR and I've seen a woman that took a shotgun to the face. I've seen so many things, and like I said, I probably should have put up some type of, like, um, trigger warning or whatever with this. I don't want to. I'm not trying to stress people out, but these are real. Even when I was leaving work, last night, I saw the hearse out there. So obviously, apparently, a patient probably passed on, and they're picking the body up and all that. I see that basically every other day, if not every day. Sometimes it's up. It's sad, but it's true. At the end of the day, death is inevitable. But killing someone and just cold plain, I mean, murder is just unacceptable. It's horrible. It's these things should not happen. And then the fact of the matter is, you got TikTok, you got all these platforms and stuff, and it's like, okay, they're pushing this out here. Yes, even I did like a little clip, but it was a respectful clip. I'm not trying to show the man being killed or whatever and stuff. Oh, because this is gonna go viral. No, that's not the way that I intend to go viral. Okay. Like, I want to go viral. Like, I want to, like, do my spin and, like, dance to maybe Cheryl Lynn or some shit like that. Not sitting up here. Let me show all these gory, horrible things, and because I know there's a lot of people out there that like to watch those things. That's unacceptable because, again, he had a wife and two children, and these things are forever ingrained, like in their minds, and it's devastating. It's devastating if you don't. I don't know. Like, I just feel like if you don't feel some kind of way about that, I mean, it is what it is. But I don't see how people can't feel a certain way about that. But that's just my opinion. Even if you don't agree with him, probably best not to be disrespectful to the dead. I don't agree with him, but I don't think disrespecting a death this soon is good, or ever. Like, I don't disrespect death. Period. Now somebody may say, "Well, Terrence, well, you got upset about the realtor because, yeah, the realtor said, oh, because she played me, she kept me." She played with my fucking time, and I can't say that. For me, time is money. And she's like, oh, but we had what did she say? Like well, they went and they checked on the tenant, and the tenant ended up like being dead in the apartment. I said, man, with all due respect, that has nothing to do with me. I didn't say, oh, fuck this dead person, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying that has nothing to fucking do with me. And on top of that, you're telling me this. A wellness check, she said. But she told me that, like, you supposed to have been here at the condo at 12 o'clock. You telling me this at 12:02. So already you using this as an excuse. Don't use that man that passed away as an excuse because you're not doing your job. That's why I got upset with her ass and I told her ass off. At the end of the day, like, miss me with any type of bullshit. I see through it all. I don't have time for it. I'm not going to sit up here and play these games with grown ass people. I'm not doing it. And I don't expect for people to play games, take any games from me. Again, this is a mutual thing. Like, just stop. Like, I go into work and I say this. Do the right thing. You know damn well, even kids know, my nieces and nephews know what's right, what's wrong. Do the right thing. Stop doing the wrong thing. Do the right thing. Like, hell, this one lady in the damn education room left the damn purse and all the stuff out, and I just happily walked right past it. I'm not about to steal nothing from this woman, but I said to myself, like, Lord, what an idiot. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm like, there ain't no cameras in here, and there's people coming in and out. And I said somebody probably would steal something from her. Like, I don't even care if it's a setup or not, but why would you leave your stuff out like that? But again, I'm not gonna steal from nobody. I can tell you right now, even if my neighbors hear me, they know I don't really deal with anything and stuff, whatever. I'm telling myself, but I can order some expensive products or whatever, and so can they. And Amazon or whatever the case may be, people leave, stuff at their doorstep. Ain't nobody touching nobody's shit in this condominium. Ain't nobody touching nobody's shit. And that's how it should be. Ain't nobody touching nobody's shit. I could be gone. Like, when I went to visit my sister, my brother-in-law, when they came to visit Kissimmee in Orlando in Old Town, I was gone for 5-6 days. Had some products here still outside. They had came the day after I had left, and I was, just one day into the whole vacation with my family, and I came back a week later, it was still out there. Nobody's touching nothing, and that's how it should be. Don't stop stealing, stop cheating, stop killing. At the end of the day, do the right thing. You do the right thing, I think that everything just kind of falls into place. Do the right thing. Okay, I get it. Sometimes you don't want to be a hero where you just gonna run up. You got this woman that's being kicked or hit by the man. You probably feel like, damn, I don't want to get involved. Well, call the cops. It ain't nothing wrong with calling the police. In my opinion, that's doing the right thing. Do the right thing. It's just so many people need to do the right thing versus just being a passerby. Like, I remember the woman got stabbed on the subway, and I said, my right hand to God, in that instance, like, would I try to beat the guy up and stuff? I ain't gonna lie, a part of me probably really would. But on top of anything else, I mean, I physically see the woman bleeding now, but I'm gonna call 911 because she is shocked. I'm gonna call 911. Also, the medical side of me, and I just happen to be in the medical field, I'm going to try and administer some type of care to her. I don't know if I can save her life or not. I can tell you this much. I've given chest compressions to 2 people two separate times here in Florida, and they have lived. Okay? News, came and all that stuff. One of me, I said I would like to not be on the news. I don't, it is what it is. Some people say, oh man, you're an angel, you're this. No, I'm just somebody who happened to be passing by. But thank you. I don't want nothing. It is what it is. I do think sometimes you're in the right place at the right time, but that's just how it is. At the end of the day, I'm not doing things for clout. I don't need to do that here on this platform, here in life, or whatever the case may be. I just want to do the right thing. I'm not perfect. Like I said, I've cursed people ass out this week. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to be having regrets and stuff too. I'm just going to deal with the things that happen in my life, and I come, into into, I guess, in just everyday life, I'm gonna deal with it to the best of my ability, and I'm just gonna pray. I'll pray to God. I'll repent to the best of my ability. I'll ask for forgiveness. I'll try to just continue to do right. Steve Harvey had put this inspirational message up, and he was like, "God keeps waking you up. Well, you know, you got a chance to do it all over again." And I really believe that. I feel like every day God wakes us up, we have a choice to try to do the right thing, and that's just what it is. You know, I'm gonna read some more comments and I'm gonna get off of here. I kept y'all long enough. No, we should focus on the Epstein files and not a sacrificial propagandist. I agree, it's not okay. Marcy Carter's right, it's not. Thank y'all so much. Amy, you said I don't think folks are happy that he's dead. Folks are just indifferent. No, some people are literally saying that they're happy. I think we all should educate each other and listen and not be picky and listen to the facts of what is happening and not try to deflect or lie. Absolutely. But see, like honesty and seeing things in like face value, it can be very, very, very scary, right? And some people are afraid of that unknown. Have you seen the video of Charlie's Kirk assassination? Yes, I did actually. And I didn't sleep after I watched it. Don't do me. How you doing? I haven't, but it would change my opinion on it was wrong. It wouldn't change my opinion that him being killed and then used as leverage to be weaponized against the political party is bad. Nunu says, "Hey, don't do me. I didn't know who he was till yesterday, and listening to some of the stuff he said, he wasn't a nice person." And don't do me. You have every right to believe that. You know now. See, and that's the deal too. Now I'm getting this here. Like you can be nice, you can be mean, you can be whatever. I'm saying that doesn't mean that you should be assassinated. Cause I'm just gonna say this, who in the chat, now you can put a 1 in here if you haven't, who has never done anything bad or said anything bad? If you never said anything bad or done anything bad, I think you're in the clear. I think you're perfect. You get what I'm saying? I think you're perfect. I just don't believe that. I know I'm not perfect. People weird bottom line. I agree. Nobody should off nobody or unless you put switch where it's them or you. I agree. Like I said, self-defense. Yeah, I agree. He wasn't the nicest, but I believe no one should die. And in that case, I said, don't do me. You can't work in surgery. Cause there's some mean doctors in surgery. You would think that I'm a mean person myself, though. I've been told that I'm not. I'm laughing, but it's not like a laughing matter in a sense. I laugh because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I mean? But I'm strict. I'm a strict preceptor when I teach, in the operating room. And like I said last week, the girl was laughing and stuff, and I said, you need to be quiet. You need to be quiet. You need to focus. You need to pay attention. This is not a game. This is real life. This is surgery. And that later I found out that she was crying to her instructor. Her instructor is a woman that I work with at the hospital. She also is an instructor for the school, and she was bawling her eyes out. She was like, "Oh my gosh, he embarrassed me. He made me cry. It was sad. Like, I don't know what happened." And it's just like, and so the instructor did come to me and she said, "Terrence, I'm not asking you anything and stuff, whatever. I just need for you to fill this out for me." And it was just her evaluation of that case. I said, once she shut the fuck up and paid attention, she did great. I don't need you to be in a room where we're doing a Whipple procedure. I don't know if you guys realize what it is, but it's a huge procedure. Any procedure is huge. This ain't time for games. You singing the songs that come on the radio. You're not anticipating what the doctor needs. I need you to shut the fuck up. Because again, this could be your loved one on the table, and you don't want nobody doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So shut the fuck up. And you in school. You don't know what the fuck you doing. So shut the fuck up. Now, I didn't tell her like that, but I said, you need to be quiet. You need to be quiet. You need to be mindful. You need to pay attention to what you're doing. You need to be able to anticipate. And I said it loud, damn straight. We're right there by the surgeon. You know, I'm here, she's here, the surgeon's there. Everybody get here. I don't care. I'm not calling her out of her name. I am her preceptor. She is at this present time, like I'm not in control of her, right? I don't own her. This ain't no slavery days, but she is under me. It's important that she knows what she is doing is not okay. And at the end of the day, if that makes me a mean person, I'm gonna be a mean person every fucking time. I don't have time for bullshit. So I don't know. Call me fucking cuckoo. Y'all watch some of the damn content, be it I'm at work or off work or in public, wherever I'm at, and you be the judge for yourself. I am a real individual. I like to say that I'm not nice, I'm just friendly and I'm honest. But I don't want, and I'm kind, but I don't want that kindness to be taken for a weakness. I'm not a pushover. I'm not somebody who's weak minded. I will say what the fuck is on my mind. And I think it's important for people to do that. But again, everybody can't handle that. Now fast forward, I worked with this young lady this week. Very kind soul. I think she's going to be a wonderful surgical technologist. This girl came with her A game when she was with me. When I tell you, I was just so impressed by how well she anticipated. Her setup was flawless. I mean, she executed everything so well. I'm telling you guys, I have faith in the future. If you have the preceptors and the teachers, you guys know because we've all had teachers, right? Don't you? Don't do me. You probably got a teacher that you never forget. You never forgot about. In all of these years, that person probably changed the trajectory of your thinking of your life, right? Because of what they instilled in you, and it's followed you through everyday adulthood. I'm telling you, people can make a very lasting impression on people and stuff, but some of those people probably are not the nicest. You know what I'm saying? They may be a little bit more strict. That's why I said I just feel like I just connected so well with him. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I knew he was doing a tour thing and stuff, and I was actually like, okay, well, when can I see this man in person? When can I really go to one of those events, him speaking? And I would have, I definitely would have. Jesse Jenner said, trouble is my middle name. God has a child out of wedlock. Lulu says, we all need to pray for humanity and just pray for each other. I agree. Nintendo Direct said, dear Nintendo fans, we have to showcase our new Nintendo Direct tomorrow at 6 p.m. We are about to kicking ass and playing games. We hope you are also tuned. Okay, great. That's fun. Nintendo. Ooh, more power to Nintendo. Go Nintendo. Hey, Josie the Truth. You guys, that's my sister Josie the Truth. Like I said, check out her channel. She's an awesome, awesome content creator. She tells it like it is. Very fun. Have your ass laughing. Joseph, when you had those ketchup packets, I saw that shit last night. I came undone. I was hollering. And I needed to see that because I was like going through so much, especially with this whole like assassination bullshit, all the crazy stuff at work. I needed to laugh, and I went to your channel and I cracked my ass up. I did leave a comment on that video. I was like, hell no, I'm hollering. That was so funny, Joseph. You are hilarious. I love you so much. LeBron, thank you for mentioning that. Yes, 7-Eleven, I'm sorry, 9/11. It's 11:58 p.m. here, and it's 9/11, September 11th. I remember I was in second grade. I was in second period in ninth grade when that happened, and my heart goes out to everybody who lost their lives and who just did so much to help others in that time of need, and even to this day. And I have since gone back to New York several times, and I've seen that area, and it's very emotional, very beautiful. But thank you so much for mentioning that, LeBron. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Jessica. I feel you. It's hard to trust people, right? Absolutely. Amen to that new. Thank y'all so much. Hey, Frank, whoever is reading this, I want to let you know that Jesus Christ loves you and wants a relationship with you. Please repent of your sins and turn to him before it's too late. Hey, Brittany. Hashtag Brittany Lean Nelson. Brittany Jean Nelson, I think, says Charlie was my friend. Oh, God bless you, Brittany. I'm so sorry. It's just so devastating. This is your truth and you're good. Not everyone is going to agree because we are all different, but you're good. And no, you're not nasty, mean person. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. Hey, Wallen fan, thank y'all for coming in. I didn't know him, but the stuff I've been hearing, I don't think he was a nice person. But hell, the orange man, not nice neither. Don't do me, but see, that's the deal too. Like you said, I didn't know him, but the stuff I've been hearing, I have to. I mean, don't do you know me? I'm gonna keep it 100. I have to say, we also have to look at things, face value. You have to look at it from different angles, face value, if that makes sense. Like we have to really do our own research, and it just can't be because of what we're hearing. I can hear. I mean, some of you guys can hear so much about me, like, oh, Terrence, he's an asshole, he's this, he's that. I mean, some of that's true. I mean, I'm a little bit of an asshole, but no, real talk is like, I am. I am nothing like a lot of these people out here trying to put people down. They have these live streams where they're literally bashing other content creators. They're being so nasty. That has never been a thing that I've done on here. When I come up here, I bring the facts. Now sometimes it ain't as nice, okay? But it's real. And I will always be real. I will always stand true to myself. But at the end of the day, like, I would like for people to get to know me for me and not based off of what somebody else has to say or maybe based off of their ideas and their opinions and their feelings, because somebody can be like super emotional and be like, oh my gosh, he was talking about this. I don't like the fact he was talking about that. You're not going to like him. And then somebody can go, somebody else can go to the channel and be like, man, he is cool. Like he's fun. He's cool. He's just, he has a different way of sharing things, but it's cool. Like everybody has a different, I feel like everybody does see things differently. It might be some type of similarity in how you see it, but it's still different. So Terrence, how do you feel how he talked black people, especially black men, trans, and women? You talking about with Charlie Kirk? Let me say you this. Like I said, blessings. I agree with a lot of what he had to say. It might not be in a sense where when he said certain things, it does come off aggressively. It may come off as mean. I think that at sometimes I was like, man, he kind of is an asshole with this, but so can I be. So I know I can be. I know I have been. At the end of the day, I know you're asking me a question about that and stuff, and I'm answering this and stuff. So I agree with certain things and I disagree with certain things. That's how I can answer that for you. At the end of the day, you should not be assassinated. I don't care if this man, do you know how many people have called me a nigger and were white? I'm talking about in West Virginia, in Elkins, West Virginia, to be exact. I work at Davis Memorial Hospital. You guys can Google that damn hospital right now. I worked at Davis Memorial Hospital in Elkins, West Virginia, and I was called a nigger, I'm not kidding, by so many damn people. I never once, in any of those white folks, I never once thought about assassinating them. And even then, I'm going to be honest, this is back in 2010. My mom's alive. I was not carrying then. But I ended up carrying. Let me just put it like that, okay? I never once thought to harm anybody. That's not the point of me trying to protect myself. I don't care if it's a knife, gun, if it's taser or pepper spray, which I have all of those. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to harm anybody. But yes, I'm going to get these things because, okay, yeah, what happened to me when I was in West Virginia? Some of you guys don't know, some of you do. I was in my older Denali, my Yukon Denali. They bust my windows out. My tires were slashed when I was there. I was on a fucking travel assignment. All these things happened to me. They literally called me a nigger. I'm talking about the patient coming in. She had an emergency C-section. That was my first emergency at that hospital. She was having an emergency C-section. They had to put this woman to sleep because she kept calling me a nigger. And her husband at the time, this white guy, obviously, and he was very apologetic and stuff, whatever. But, I didn't care. What I cared about was getting this damn baby out this woman's womb and making sure this baby is okay. That baby came out fucking blue. I was helping the doctor and stuff do chest compression with the baby, which is just taking my middle finger and my index finger and pushing on the baby's chest. That baby turned beautifully bright red, you guys, and let out this cry. Like, it makes me emotional right now to think about it. That baby's okay. You know what that woman did 2 weeks later? She had came to the hospital. Now again, this is West Virginia, small hospital. I don't accept shit for nobody. I don't care if it's like a family or some shit like that and stuff. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm just keeping it real. But she came back to the hospital with the spouse, and she left this basket of fruit, and she left it like in my name, but of course it's like a big basket. So I'm like, oh, that's nice, and I just put it on the table and stuff, whatever. And everybody else just ate the fruit and stuff. I'm not touching that shit. But do I have any hate in my heart for her? Hell no. I prayed for that woman then. I'm praying for her now. I pray to God that, I mean, you're talking 14, 15 years ago. Like, when you think about it, that's like crazy when you think about that, when this happened. But I hope and pray that she's doing well. Like, I don't have any hate in my heart for any of those people and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, my mom was like, get the hell out of there. What are you doing? Get out of there. And my dad was even telling her, he was like, he don't need to be ran out by anybody and stuff. And I said, Mom, I'm gonna stay. And I not only stayed, but I extended for 8 more weeks to be spiteful, but to get my point across. You're not gonna run me out of anywhere. You're not. And to be honest, I mean, yeah, having my tires slashed, having the windows bust out and shit, that shit was nerve wracking. My recruiter to this day, Shanita was my recruiter back then. She's my recruiter now. With cross country, she's like, Terrence, what the hell? We've gone through so much together. Like I said, my recruiter literally lives in Tampa, Florida. I met her husband. I met her children. They call me Uncle Terrence. I've met her mom. I've met so many people within her family, and that's why I say I love our relationship. I've been traveling with cross country since 2008. It's been a rocky road, but it's awesome. I love the ups and downs that I've been with my recruiter. But at the end of the day, I share that because I don't have hate in my heart, even though some people have hate towards me. And even with some people, they respond to things or talk about things and stuff. I've been through a lot. I've lived through a lot. I've gone through a lot. I'm telling you guys, I'm not just on this platform just talking or the side of my neck. I'm 38, but I like to say with my traveling, with things that have happened in my life that has transpired and all that, I feel like I'm somebody who's like 80 some years old. I have so much knowledge. And I'm somebody who is accountable, and you're not going to change that. Like, no matter what, like, I think some people like to push stuff out to maybe get to, I don't know, to like, maybe upset or like, and I'm not trying to say you guys are doing that. I'm just saying some people like to do that where they want to get you off the track. They want to see the other side of you, but I've shown every side of me. I'm fucking crazy, but I'm like one of the most, positive people, that probably has a channel and do content curation. I know for a fact that I'm a giver. I mean, I give more than an average content curator, period. I know I do. And I give to multiple platforms, be it if you're monetized or not, because I still do I do PayPal, I do Venmo, I definitely do Cash App. Lord is my witness, I know I do Zales. I am a giver, and I just respect people. So at the end of the day, that's just what it is. I appreciate you all. Hey, Dwayne, thank y'all for coming in here. Hey, Jessica. Thank y'all so much. I'm sorry if I missed any comments. I know I didn't read. Hey, Jessica, thank you so much. Thank you. Wallen Russ says, R.I.P. to Charlie. On what ground can you call Charlie racist? This is going to have to be another discussion because I know some people just, like they feel what they feel. Spike Lee told us that 1995, I believe it was, do the right thing. I say this all the time. Absolutely. Absolutely. He was nice. He was just honest and held people accountable. Christopher Blanchard. And that's exactly, I feel like that's what I related so much with him because honest to God, like I hold people accountable because I hold myself accountable. They hold me accountable. I'm going to hold you accountable. I mean, I could just talk about this all night long, but I'm gonna let y'all go. I appreciate y'all so much. Hey Beth, how you doing? Hello, everybody coming in. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. Um, I know it's a lot of trolls coming in and saying horrendous things, but you guys, let's pray for them. Thank you so much, Nunu, for the gift. I appreciate that. Thank you all so much for all that you do. God bless you all. Thank y'all for spending some time with me on this situation here with this topic. I know it's hard. It's hard to deal with. I know you got a lot of indifferent people, and some people agree with things, disagree with things, and that's just what it is. But let's just try our best to do the right thing, all right? God bless you all. Thank y'all so much. And if you're catching the replay, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me, all right? I will talk to you all later, all right? Bye. It's time for me to go exercise now, all right? Bye. Love you all. Bye.